for the land of the free and the home of the brave.
If that doesn't get you fired up, I don't know what will. Thank you so much to the beautiful boys.
What a great national anthem. We're here in New Orleans, Louisiana, but it all started in Phoenix, Arizona. Let's relive that excitement. And we are carrying all that energy into the Caesars Superdome. The Hondo is absolutely changing the sport of rodeo. We're going to kick things off with our bareback riding. That's your list of contestants coming up. Kate Saunier is the first one that I take a look at. Louisiana's own. He is so excited to be here. Nothing like competing at your hometown rodeo, basically, especially when it looks like this.
Well, and he's been carrying Louisiana for the last couple of years, on his back, and now's a really good chance to show what he's got. First out, Janie, those out doing rough stock events, you got to be special that first rider out because the judges are basing the marks on you. First man out's Kate Saunier. He's got a chance to set the pace.
No, it's very true. When you're first out, you definitely want to do something electric. Kate should have a good horse. It's a great lineup, though. Bradley Miller, R.C. Landingham, Jess Pope, world champion, Leighton Berry, all the way down the list as we get ready for Kate Saunier. He's matched up with American hat tricks from Andrews Brody Rodeo. And this horse should be one of the buckier horses in the pin, Joe. You kind of want one that's going to stand out, especially in a more rider-friendly group. Kate might have that in this matchup.
And especially, like I said, being first out, you want a horse that just won money on this horse in Tucson. So he knows he's got a chance, and he's getting a little arena. Horse ought to really shine better in this little arena than a big arena probably. Cade's the first man out. Look for the strong mark out. This guy's a strong rider. He's a big arm, big strong guy. If he can stack him up, pick him up right in front of the chutes, let the judges look, first man out might win the go-around.
Yeah, the thing about Kate Saunier, he's an athlete, great
yeah.
baseball player, decided to make a career change kind of at the last minute and become a bareback rider.
How about pick something not easy, bareback riding? Come in and tell your dad, hey, believe I'm ride bareback horses.
Hey, it was a good move.
It was a good move for him.
He's kind of trying to make sure that horse is just right in the chute. Like I said, he's first out. He wants to really set things right. Looks like we're about to nod. Here we go.
All right, Kate Saunier, first man out. Good mark. That horse is heavy. A lot of drop. Big, long across there. He's kind of stood Kate up a little bit right there a couple times, but a horse like that, not like you can do.
No, that was a strong horse, definitely, for sure. But Kate was in perfect timing. Take a look at this replay right there. Great mark out. Looks a little bit different from that angle. You can tell he really kicks in the air. That was a great way to start out for Kate.
On a horse like that, Kate Saunier did about all he could do to set the pace, And here's the deal now. You've done all you can do. You got to sit and watch. You got to watch the next 7 and see what the judges think of them.
He was happy with it. You could definitely tell as he makes the run back there. This arena is actually set up perfectly for rough stock as we wait on that score for Cade.
Sets the bar with 84.3.
We're still waiting on that score from Cade. I think that was an 84-point ride, if I heard correctly. But
all right, this is going to be good. Bradley he's got a horse that's going to let him show his stuff. He's gonna let him have fun and be rider friendly. It looks like on paper. So Bradley Miller, he's on a roll. He's riding good. Let's see what happens here. He's second man out. They already know what they got to do.
Bradley Miller has been absolutely incredible. Since that amazing NFR that he had a couple years ago, he truly hasn't slowed down. He just won second at Rodeo Houston. He's not that far away from here in New Orleans. He is just feeling so confident in his riding right now.
Yeah, he is. All right, big mark out. Look at this horse up in the air, right in front of the judges. He's going to stack up a little bit in front from the let-out gate. Bradley does what Bradley does. He dresses him up. He shows him off. Spurs all the way to the rigging, beating him to the ground every time, tipping his hat. He's enjoying life.
Hey,
He's enjoying the Hondo, isn't he?
Oh, he's enjoying rodeo. You know what? That horse in the hawk, that horse was electric. Really cool. Wait for that flat jump right there. And Bradley didn't miss a single moment in that. I think I heard we're 82 points for Bradley. I thought that actually could have been a little bit more,
A little
Joe.
more kick out of the horse going across in front of the judges. Wouldn't have hurt.
All right, that's where it sits right now. All right, getting ready for R.C. Landingham. Oh, actually, we have a correction on the score for Bradley Miller. That makes a lot more sense.
That makes us feel better.
85.7, so he is our new leader. That horse was not easy, and he matched it perfectly. All right, we're getting ready for R.C. Landingham right here. He has Ring of Fire from J. Bar J. Now, this is a little bit of a smaller horse, and R.C. is one of the taller bareback riders, but wow, that was a really tricky jump right there. Kind of throwing some crazy inconsistent timing. That didn't look like much fun.
No, you're a bareback rider. You don't really want to feel all that. And you know, you mentioned RC's a tall guy. He's a long-legged, lanky guy, but he uses his feet really good, and he's fast with his feet. So he's trying to bring him back to the ring and beat him to the ground. And this horse really about the second jump just kind of says, hey, you know what? I'm not into that. I'm not going to kick. I'm not going to jump. The horse did not do a lot. RC did what he could do. That's when you just sit and wait on the score.
Yeah, RC did his best right there. A lot of crazy kind of inconsistent timing, but there is money to be won every single day, 82.9. Now you're gonna notice the scoring system is just a little bit, we're going to the tenths here, which I think is really cool. It's gonna help separate some of these rides because sometimes they're that close.
And sometimes when you're a judge, you don't know what the other judge is doing, and you're putting your points down. You come out, and they match every time. That 1 point's going to make a big difference at 10.
Oh, it definitely will. As we get ready for world champion Jess Pope, he was your 2025 Hondo champion out of Phoenix. He has Lucky Strike. This is the kind of horse that Jess Pope can truly show off his stuff. Should be really rider-friendly. He can eat a sandwich and make a great ride, even though that horse kind of had a move out of the chute there.
Yeah, now he's kind of covering some territory. He didn't like Jess Pope gathered him up those first two and said, let me show you why I have a gold buckle. I'm going to pull you back and stack you up. And he said, nope, I'm going to cover some ground.
Yeah, no, he definitely kind of went straight across the pin. That big move out of the chute was a little bit tricky, but Jess didn't lose any timing right there.
He's so strong, too, Janie. I mean, look at his feet. It doesn't matter where they go. Feet come straight up the neck, right back down the point. That's why he's a world champion.
Nice ride from Jess. You know, the horse kind of covering some ground across the pin. Might have cost him a few points at no fault of Jess's. 78 points for Jess, 78.3. Not what he wanted. We got 2 more rounds to go.
Oh, yeah, you know, that's the deal. Yeah, he's asked the judge right there. He says, hey, how about a rewrite? He's pointing at the screen. Kind of want him to watch that, but no good.
All right, let's get ready for Leighton Berry. 4 times to the NFR. This has been a comeback year for Leighton. He had to sit out most of last season, had to have hip surgery, rehab from that, and now he's back in full form. He's having an awesome year. He's got Wild One from J. Bar J. He was excited about this one, says this could be the round.
Well, he looks like the LB before. You know, his hips look loose and free. Right there, look, all the way back to the rigging, beating him to the ground every time. Horse kicking out high in the back. Timing was good. If I'm LB, I'm pretty happy with that ride.
Yeah, that was a pretty ride. And that horse really throws its head in the air. Kind of flashes it up a little bit in the bareback riding. LB, he's so strong.
Well, and he looks really comfortable again now. He looks like he's not hurting anymore. He's real comfortable. He's fast with his feet. He's strong. He's not laid back. I mean, that's LB that we saw before he got hurt.
It's so good to see him back at the top of his game. He's won second here at the Honda before. He was really happy
He's
to
going
be
to be,
back.
how about that? 87.8.
Hey, he called it. I talked to LB earlier today. He said this horse was the one for the round. He wasn't wrong. 87.8 for Leighton Berry.
And you know the sweet part about that? There's only 3 left. If you're winning first, you don't have to wait but just a minute. Only 8.
There's definitely some big money to be won. He's headed off right. Let's go to Jacob Lees. 2 times the NFR. He's number 4 in the world right now. This is the best season Jacob Lees has had in his entire career. He's carrying that here into the Hondo. Peter Pan from J. Bar J. This is a younger horse. But hey, a lot of these great horses got to start somewhere.
Yeah, and you know, you put the right guy on them when they're young and they pick them up and they give them a good ride and show them how to buck. It even helps. Jacob Lees can dress this one up. He's smiling. When he's smiling before you nod, that's a good sign. When you can see number mouthpiece.
Get set here. Want to make sure they're just perfect. He's kind of talking to the crew. A young horse in an atmosphere like Caesar Superdome, it's either going to really buck or it's going to be a little bit of a different trip. Here we go.
Hung his head in the gate a little bit coming out, but he gathered himself up pretty good. Jacob Lee's doing what he does. Man, if you want technique perfect, that's almost it. I mean, don't fall Jacob Lee's a point anywhere right in there.
That was a great ride.
That was.
And you know, that young horse actually really bucked out of there. That was
especially for hanging his head. You see him hanging his head the opposite direction coming out of that delivery and gathered himself up and bucked and turned back coming across the arena. Jacob Lee's riding down the pipe, straight, no lean, no into his hand, no off of it. He's probably go to second maybe.
So solid. 83.6.
Well, he's going to get a little bit of the money so far. About fourth.
I don't know if it's going to hold.
No.
Not the kind of money that he wanted, but he was looking good. We have more rounds to go. Let's move on to Sam Peterson. Now, this young guy has been so impressive. Fresh off his first trip to the National Finals Rodeo, he wins the average. He couldn't be more solid in his career, his young career right now.
And it's one of the young guys that we needed in the bareback riding to move up. You know what I mean? Step up. The young, older guys were getting, some of them were getting a little age on them making the National Finals. These young guys, they said, hey, you better frame your number because I'm at the Hondo going to win $30,000 and be back on the trail.
He's matched up with Minnie Pearl from Generations Pro Rodeo. They were just 87 points on this horse at Fort Worth. They won a round at Fort Worth on this horse. Round the left, actually, Sam Peterson won a round on him a couple of years ago. So a good rematch should suit him just about perfectly.
All right, big paint. Look at Sam. That doesn't look like a young guy. That looks like a old veteran right there. Big long jumps, turn back to the left. Judges got a good look at both sides, both feet in action. It's up to them now in their pencil to see. But, you know, when a horse does that, Janie, he opens you up because you can't have a weak leg. He's showing the judges both sides right here. Sam's answering the call.
Nice horse, nice timing. And Sam Peterson, he just looks as solid as he did just in Las Vegas only a couple of months ago. He is going to have an incredible career ahead of him. Always stays cool, calm, and collected. There you go. There's a smile. 63 and a half. I'm not sure what happened there. I don't think that's right. 84.3.
There we go. I'll
Okay.
take that.
I was like, did I miss something?
He was about to stop smiling at the camera if that was going to be the score.
84.3, pretty solid.
One man left, try to get LB. 87.8, but guess what? Cole Reiner has the ability.
Yeah, maybe Leighton Berry's best friend right here, Cole
Yep.
Reiner, to try to beat him. Cole is so excited about this matchup. This horse is awesome, and you can see why.
Got a little hang time there, letting Cole show off with his feet.
Look at how big that horse
That is a lot of animal right there. Look at him jerk when it's over. Look at the G-force and the hit they take. You know, everybody thinks they make the whistle, that's easy. It's after the whistle that is just as hard on them.
Yeah, that horse Freckled at night. Been pretty amazing. Actually, Cole Reiner had this horse at Darby, Montana as a practice horse. But wow, that was absolutely electric. That's going to be close to Leighton Berry. If not taking the lead, I'm not sure. But Cole Reiner, he looked just as great as ever.
Yeah, he's going to like this.
Cole's actually coming back from a little bit of an injury as well. Just barely missed out on the NFR last year. He's been there 5 times, though, and he is back for a vengeance in 2026. Here we go, bareback riding round 1. It looks like the win is going to Leighton Berry, 87.8 for LB. And a big payout right there already going
right there.
his way.
Just going to come back on a comeback and win 12.5. That 12,000, that's what the Hondo's all about, the big money.
No, exactly. 12,000 for one ride. And to get to be here at Caesar Superdome. Congratulations to Leighton Berry for winning that first round. We're going to now throw it into the arena where Kennedy Riggs is with Leighton Berry.
Wow, what a way to start off here in New Orleans, Louisiana at the Caesar Superdome. Leighton, you were just saying yourself, you blew the roof off of this place. How did that feel on that hopper you drew?
Oh, that's a great horse, the Sparky Dreesen's, a young horse, never has a set trip, but I knew she was going to be good, and I had to do my job, and to let it turn out the way it did is just a blessing.
Leighton, for a lot of people in this crowd right now, this is their first experience watching a rodeo in real life. What do you have to say to them?
Oh, the people of Louisiana know how to party, so we're not worried about it. We're going to have a good time tonight.
We're going to have a good time, and this is a great way to start. This is Leighton Berry, our night bareback champion here at the Hondo Rodeo Fest.
Yeah, and we're having a great time here at the Hondo Rodeo Fest as well. Steer wrestling when we come back.
The big boys are out, which means it's time for the steer wrestling. The rider on this side is the bulldogger. It's his job to chase down this steer and put it in the dirt. The rider on this side is the hazer. He needs to keep that steer running in a straight line right within arm's distance of the bulldogger. These cowboys are racing against the clock. One more thing though, this rope right here is called the barrier. If you leave before the steer, it breaks, and that's a 10-second penalty. Run fast and slam hard, boys. The fastest time wins.
Maybe some new fans, this event might make not a lot of sense when it comes down to it. But as a fan, it's so much fun to watch because it's truly jumping off the back of a horse, going about 25 miles an hour on the back of a steer that wins you by at least 3 times, and then you gotta wrestle. Excuse me, we're in Louisiana. You gotta wrestle. There it is. And whether you get a fast time or you just wreck out,
Welcome back inside the Caesars Superdome for the Hondo Rodeo Fest. It is time for the steer wrestling. We're going to kick things off with that guy right there, Kyle Irwin, as he gets ready to go. And Joe, he has had such an incredible career already. This is kind of his wheelhouse here at the Hondo.
Yeah, it is. You know, he's Westville, Florida now, but he's an Alabama Slammer for a long time. You know, and he's going to start it off. And here's the thing, Janie, about the steer wrestling, this little arena, a little setup like the Hondo. It happens fast. So you got the start's got to be dead on. Your hazer's got to be in the right spot to make sure you catch this steer. And after that, it's up to the steer wrestler. Then it's Kyle's job.
Kyle gets set right there. You know, he might be one of the nicest, coolest guys going in the steer wrestling industry, but he is a fierce competitor.
Oh, he is. Steer steps to him. He's kind of got to go around him and makes him pack down the arena a little longer. Steer's low-headed. Gets his feet behind him, and you know, that's nothing what he wants to be, 7.5. But it's not easy being the first one out in the rough stock for the points, timed event, because of the start and what it looks like.
Yeah.
See right there, that steer stepped to him, and he had to kind of rein around him, really tight go. Barely got down inside the left horn. After that, his feet didn't hit where he wanted. And really a good steer, you know, that just one that kind of got away.
Yeah, kind of a tough first round there for Kyle Irwin. 7.51 seconds for him as first out. He's walking back to the box. Looking a little disappointed, but there's more opportunities for big money coming up. Now we get ready for Rowdy Parrott from Mamou, Louisiana.
Here we go, and he's riding Crush, you know, former horse of the year, belongs to Ty Erickson. Really a strong steer, good run. Rowdy, not a very big guy, but technique, he has got it down. And this horse is just so good. You know, I mean, he's carried Ty Erickson in the world team. I think he may have left a little early, though. And if he did, he's going to get a +10, and that's going to, you know, make him 14 instead of 4. I don't know, but it looked like he got a quick start. That horse is going to go 3 times tonight. And Justin Schaefer's horse of the year, Banker's going to go 3 times tonight. So that goes to show you what they think of those horses. Yeah, and he did break the barrier. He didn't let the steer have a lot of head start. He's +10.
14.72 for the time for Rowdy Barrett. Push that barrier a little bit. Moving on to Jesse Brown. He's one of the Cowboys riding Banker 6 times to the NFR. He's having a good season right now, but this horse has been so incredible. Past horse of the year just last year.
Yeah, this horse has changed the game. You know, made Tucker Allen a world champion, Schaefer to the finals. Jesse Brown won a lot on him. This horse is so fast. You know, he puts your feet on the ground so fast. I was talking to a rookie the other day, boy from down there going to school in Huntsville. Clay Hurd, he said, he got to ride him in San Antonio. He said, I didn't know horns came to you that fast. You know, and this boy wins a lot. Like, he's a rookie of the year challenger, he and Colin Fox. He's talented. And he said, man, Joe B, it's a different level on that horse. And that's why he's horse of the year. All right, Jesse's out and after. The steer runs hard. Steer's pretty strong right there, but boy, he takes it good, 496. You know, I don't know, pretty sure that was Schaefer Hazen on that side. That was a great job of the Hazer. The Hazer can, you know, is the most thankless job in rodeo, but watch him get up there and hold that steer. See how he pulls on that horse, stays beside him long enough for Jesse to get a good head catch. After that, pull his nose back toward the chutes and lay him down.
A 4.96 takes an early lead for Jesse Brown. That was Schaefer on the hazing side. We're going to see him coming up here in just a little bit. But the fact that we're seeing, I think, 3 horses competing here says so much about the horsepower.
Yeah, it does. And, you know, like, here you go. They're going to put everyone on the hazing side for Ty. Ty cracked Crush out a few years back, and, I mean, they probably won, I'm going to say they won $1 million on this horse at least.
All right, getting ready for Ty Erickson. Now, Crush is his horse, also a past horse of the year. He's a world champion. Ty Erickson, he is just also another incredible career. They really do bring the best of the Hondo.
Yeah, they do. The Hondo's got the best people here. He's a world champion for a reason. Good haze. Steer tries to stop. What a move by Ty Erickson. Wow. Hey, if he got out of the barrier, he's 392, and I mean, he made things happen right there. Here's the deal about Ty Erickson. He is a big guy, but he's so catty on his feet, Janie. Like, this steer tries to stop. When he catches him, he gets no kind of go. Watch this. Steer stops, feet hit, feet are dead. He's catty enough to push back, get up underneath that nose, and make him hit.
Yeah, he handled that, and he loves the Hondo. He was a 2025 champion out of Phoenix. He won a lot of money at these events, and right now he's got more money coming. 3.92 to take the lead for Ty Erickson.
Now he'll get back on the Hazen horse, and Dakota will get on Crush.
A lot of moving parts down there.
Oh, a lot of going on. You know, and if you ride his horse, you don't ride the stirrups where Ty does. You either got to take him up every time because you're not going to ride him that long.
Yeah, there's not very many steer wrestlers that have the stirrup like the Ty Erickson. Right now you're taking a look at the governor of Louisiana, Jeff Landry, right there, who has been such a huge part of bringing this Hondo event to New Orleans and making it what it is. It doesn't happen without the help from the governor of Louisiana.
No. The right people in the right places make the right things happen, Janie, and that's a man that did right there.
Yeah, and a huge rodeo fan. We'll get to meet him later on at this event. Get back into the steer wrestling. Right there, your reigning world champion, Tucker Allen right there. And wow, I mean, it gives me flashbacks to Las Vegas and this guy clenching his first world title.
Yeah, you see that shiny gold buckle he's got on right there? Banker was one of the reasons. Here we go, 3-9, it goes to 4-9. Tucker's got him caught, shapes him good.
Whoa.
What a run, 3-6. Now, was that a great steer? Yes, indeed it was. But Tucker Allen just maxed him out, used him.
Ooh, wow, new leader, 3.61. We're bulldogging now.
Yeah, look at Schaefer, right at the right place at the right time, Hazen. Man, Tucker shapes him from the stirrup. In other words, when his feet hit the ground, watch, he's already got his head coming back over the hip. Good tight catch. A lot of action out of that steer. Great run.
That guy's just smooth, and he has a whole new confident air to him this season. I mean, naturally, gold buckle will do that to you.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, we're getting ready for Dakota Eldridge. He's coming up next. Now, he is not on Banker. I thought that was the decision he was going to make, but made a last-minute decision to go with Crush. You know, I don't know how you choose between the two of those great horses.
If either one of those guys lets you on, you get on, you know. Dakota Eldridge might be one of the toughest bulldoggers not to have a gold buckle yet, I think. Cocks over the little early steer, keeps running, steer strong. Now see, a lot of difference between that steer and the little steer that Tucker Allen just ran. He's 5'2", but in his defense, that's a big, strong yellow steer right there. Dakota Eldridge puts a lot on a head catch too. Good start, Crush runs hard by. Tyler really does a good job bumping him right there. But see this steer low-headed, pushing, rooting his nose out a little bit. He cleans up and hits good, but he was not easy to shape. Dakota 5'2".
Yeah, and you said it 12 times the NFR.
Yeah,
for
average
Dakota.
winner a couple times. I mean, everything but the gold buckle and a Hondo championship.
Well-
He's won that Hondo championship too.
Well, now we're getting ready for maybe one of the greatest out there right now, for sure. Tyler Wagasback, 5-time world champion. I don't know if there's anybody that has the mental game that this guy
No,
does.
and he's not done. I mean, I think he'll get 7 before he's done, to be honest. And it's this year he's got his own horse he's been riding. You know, and he hadn't had his own horse in a long time. He cracked this bay out a little earlier. It's been going good. Wags has got more money won this year than ever at this time. Ooh, if he didn't get the barrier, it's going to be good. Got up under him a lot. It doesn't even matter. But I don't know if he left a little early, maybe not.
But the old statement of having home field
You know,
advantage
it's hard to tell by the look on his face
It
right
is.
there.
He doesn't tell, but let's see. We're going to look.
on the replay that he left
Watch this.
too soon.
Watch him get down low. Most people are hung right there. See him kick that leg out and hook that nose, but they did say he broke the barrier, yeah. But you know, the first night, you don't really know what these cattle are going to do in this little building, so after this, it'll shape up. But that is Tyler Wags at his best with that kind of run.
Yeah, he was definitely going for it. And like you said, he's having an incredible winter season right now, early on. Not going to have to be playing catch-up later on. The crowd definitely knew who Tyler Wagasback was. A lot of fans
Louisiana
of his
favorite.
here.
They're booing him over that broke barrier. Take it off.
Yeah, can we make an exception
Yeah, this is
for our
hometown.
hometown guy?
Our hometown guy. Come on.
2009.
Justin Schaefer, he's going to be up next. He's obviously going to be on Banker.
He's
That's
gonna
his
ride him.
horse.
That's his horse, yeah.
He's been to the NFR twice. I'm not sure what they're looking at down there.
They're trying to catch Wags' horse.
Ah.
He's taking him a little victory lap parade down there.
He's like, I'm from here. This is
Yeah,
my
this
arena.
is my place. He's look at all these people in the big arena. This is a great place to be. All right, it's a really, truly easy go around to win second or third. Good start. Banker blows by, feet hit. Steer pulls Schaefer down the arena quite a bit. 4-7. You can see when he hit and brought his head back, maybe he didn't finish it quite enough. Maybe Steer took it away, but he pulled him down the arena. 474.
4.74 for Justin Schaefer. It's going to be a solid time, but none were better than Tucker Allen. Take a look at this run one more time.
You see that Steer? He had to walk down the arena with him a little bit to hook that nose and make him hit. Watch Banker. Watch him run by. You see that? He runs by and puts your feet on the ground. He's done it 3 times. Crush did it 3 times. They never let up running. That's the heart of a champion. That's what horses are made of. The winners and the ones horse of the year are for a reason.
Yeah, such an incredible horse. Great steer wrestling tonight. But like I said, Tucker Allen, our reigning world champion, carrying all the confidence in the world, 3.61. His run was just absolutely smooth.
Banker gets 3 checks out of 4. How about that? All 3 guys get checks. Is the horse worth all the money? Yes, they are.
Yeah, definitely so cool for Tucker. And he is actually going to be out there in the arena standing by with Kennedy Riggs.
That is Tucker Allen with Kennedy Riggs.
Tucker, 3.61, just casually threw down a steer here in Caesars Superdome. I think a lot of people in the crowd are wondering, how in the world does a guy like that do something of this sort in such a short amount of time? Did the atmosphere of the crowd kind of help you out a little bit?
Oh, absolutely. I've never seen this many people in my life. This is crazy. Thank you guys for coming out. This is an unreal rodeo.
You know, as a kid, you probably dream of being an athlete and being looked at on a field like this, and here you are doing it for a lot of money at that. Can you even put that into words?
Oh, God is good all the time. That's all I got to say.
God is good, and so is that run. This is Tucker Allen, our night's steer wrestling champion here at the Hondo Rodeo Fest.
Tucker Allen could go ahead and collect that $12,000 check. That was a great steer wrestling. When we come back here to New Orleans, it's time for the team roping.
But when you think about what we should celebrate, we should celebrate the heroes of this nation. Representing True Vet Solutions, we want to welcome Steve Atencio, the National Director of Corporate Partnership, because tonight he has the distinct honor of presenting our Hondo Rodeo Veteran Award. But I want to tell you a story about this hero. He was born in Georgia, raised with Mississippi grit. He answered the call to serve as a United States Marine. He served as a field radio operator with the legendary 2nd Battalion, 9th Marines, known as Hell in a Helmet. Operating with a radio reconnaissance platoon, his officer during his most difficult times, his self-trained service dog, Sarge.
Things are just getting started here in the Caesars Superdome. Welcome back to the Hondo Rodeo Fest. We're out there honoring our veteran of the night from True Vet Solutions. So honored to have our amazing veterans here. And you know what? They support rodeo, and it's really amazing to see the connection that we get to see and celebrate those who have truly served our country.
It's a chance for us to give back and give thanks to those that let us do what we get to do, Janie, and they give their lives every day for it.
Definitely. As we get ready for our team roping, take a look at your contestants coming up. We're going to kick things off with Paul Eves, a guy who's chasing a 3-time championship. He's partnered with header Dustin Egiskiza, and Paul loves the Hondo. This is his wheelhouse for sure.
Oh yeah, Paul Eves, any arena is his wheelhouse as good as he yields. You know what's cool about the Hondo is last year, this year, Paul backed off. You know, he took some time off, stayed home with his kids, and the Hondo pays so much in such a big event and big, calling, that he steps up and gets ready for it, and he proved it last year by winning it. Can he do it again?
Yeah, this money can definitely make a difference for your year if you're not rodeoing as much. We also have our reigning world champions right there. Summers and Corkle are also, it's an awesome lineup. We look at T. Wade and Wesley Thorpe coming up. It's going to be a really tough team roping tonight.
It will be, and this is kind of a mini NFR, if you will. It kind of set up like it. The barrier will probably be about the same. The arena's a little bigger, but it's going to be a fast setup. So I look for it to be a really, really tight, tough setup. And you put Dustin Egiskiza first, he's going to be 3-something or not, so we'll start it off right.
Yeah, no, definitely. When you got to be first, we kind of saw it a little bit in the rough
We
stock,
did.
but it is different in the timed events.
It is. You know how long the barrier is. They measure it and tell you, so you've got an idea what the start is. But until you run them through that first time in that perf here, you really don't know what the cattle are going to do. It's a guessing game. You put Driggers down there at the end, and Rogers and Corey Pett, that's not good because they get to watch them all.
Yeah, we have even more star power coming at the very end. Caleb Driggers, he actually won the Hondo
Yes,
with
with
Paul
Paul,
before.
yeah.
Now he's back with Junior here this year. That team is incredible.
Oh, that team has won so much, and they're going to win so much, by the time they end their careers. They know each other's place so well. It's fun to watch.
In a situation like this, if you got to pick, where would you want to be in the lineup?
Want to be where Driggers is. Get to see 5 or 6 teams go, and only one after me.
All right, I think we're ready to get it started here as we get ready for Dustin Egiskiza and Paul Eves. Dustin, he actually just roped the new world record, 2.9
and
at
he's
Rodeo
been,
Austin.
and you know what, Janie? He's been after that record. And that was as much as anything he wanted to win because he has been known as such a reacher and a gunslinger since he first joined the PRCA that the Hondo fits him perfect.
Let's see if we can get a new record, hey? I don't know if they'll ever break it.
I said they wouldn't break the 3-2, and he did, so I'm not saying anything.
All right, you heard it right there from Joe B. Dustin's getting set. Paul Eves, 2-time world champion.
Oh, here we go. He kind of missed his dally or something a little bit. Now Paul's having trouble back there, and they had all that trouble in their 4-8. Got a leg. You could see, though, Dustin had it on him like really fast, and maybe something bobbled because that steer just didn't move, I don't think, as quick as Paul thought.
Yep,
See, that steer's kind of downwind just a little bit, like he's not got his head real good. And Paul gets the inside leg for +5.
Yeah, +5 for them makes it a 9.83 second time to kick things off. We get ready for our reigning world champions. It is very cool to say that Andrew Ward, Jake Long, getting a lot of momentum here into the big scene. Really have proven that they can handle it all.
For sure. Jake Long been at this game a long time. Finally got a chance to win that gold buckle and did. This Andrew Ward, he is a quarterback. He is one of the best quarterbacks in the business as far as a header is. And I say quarterback because he will throw the ball where you can catch it. He gives you a lot of chances. He doesn't miss very many at all. Right here, look, he has his throw maybe one swing earlier, make sure, gets a good head catch, handles this steer. When you give Jake Long that look, and as good as you heel, as Jake Long, you better rope 2 feet, and he does on the first top. That was a snappy, nice run, 4-4.
4.46 to now take the lead. We've got a lot of team roping left to go. Clint Summers, Jade Corkill. Joe, what is there to say about this awesome team and Jade Corkill in the career that he's had?
Jade Corkill's one of Mount Rushmore. You put the greatest healers ever on Mount Rushmore, he's going to be one of them. He's off for 2 or 3 years, didn't go anywhere. Clint finally talked him into going last year in June. they had like $3,000 was all Jade had, and he winds up running up to the world championship or something, you know. So he's just unbelievable talented. And this old head horse right here, this transmission is the very best head horse ever in a little fast setup.
Yeah, both individually have had amazing careers, but they really showed this last season
together.
that they are a team.
Yes. Jay Adams, you know, this is a horse from Wes Adams' horse. He was way ahead of his time thinking about horses, and this horse started with Jay Adams, and now he has just been so good for Clint. Out, got it on him. Jay's going to come around there and do what Jay does, and he ropes 2 feet, 473. You know, it looked like that run was going to be a little faster, but that steer was down the arena. If you watch the buck and shoots, you see where Dustin turned his, and you see where Andrew turned his. Now, look, this steer's right at the let-out down the middle of buck and shoots. Jay does a good job of getting around him. See, that steer takes a big hop right there. When he does, he just sets him down. 473 goes to second.
Yep, the 473 will put them in that number 2 spot. We're not quite at the halfway mark yet, though, as we're going to get ready for our next team coming up. It's going to be Colton Schmidt and Jonathan Torres.
You know, and I will say Jonathan Torres has stepped his game up the last 2 or 3 years and been one of the elite healers. And he's roped at the finals with like 2 or 3 different partners he didn't make it with. And he wins 150,000 or 120, 40,000 and with them. So it just goes to show you he can adjust and heal behind any setup if it's for money.
Yeah, Colton Schmidt and Jonathan Torres actually had a really good
Really good
NFR
finals,
together.
yep. But aren't roping together this year, but back here at the Hondo it paired up again.
Hey, it's kind of like an old hat.
For that much money and you get invited to Hondo, you're going to show up. Big reach, no, he gets 1 horn. 1 horn. You know, a header's got a luxury. The header's got 3 legal head catches. He can get both horns, half head, or the whole neck. The healer, he's not so lucky. He gets 1 leg, it's +5. But you got to catch one of the 3 to turn him for him. The quarterback right there, he just threw over the head of the intended receiver. No catch.
Going to be a no time for that team. Our next team coming up, though, legendary. They're already in the history books. T. Wade, Tyler Wade, Wesley Thorpe as they get ready, and this might be one of their last events together.
Yeah, it could be. T. Wade's leaning towards going home. I don't know what he's going to do at home, but he's talking about it. You know, Wesley Thorpe, and we've talked about this before on other shows. To me, you turn one for money, big money or a big minute like a gold buckle or something, go around win, he finds a way to catch 2 feet, and that's what real healers do.
Yeah, he's shown a 3-time world champion for
Yes,
Wesley
sir.
Thorpe, 2 times for Tyler Wade. They've been incredible to watch together.
T. Wade's signature neck shot. That's what I mean by Tyler. That's what Wesley Thorpe does. You turn him, and it's for big money or big chance. I'm going to heal that steer by 2 feet, and he just did it right there. Now watch, this is T. Wade's signature. Big swing over the shoulders and around the neck. Wesley Thorpe, that steer wanted to swing a little bit. T. Wade did a good job of moving him. They're not going to miss that steer. Watch this heel shot. I mean, all day. 464. Tough at night at team roping right off the bat.
Yeah, no, it's been good. 4.64 is going to now move them into second place. We're still chasing that 4.46 by reigning world champions Jake Long and Andrew Ward. Our next team, Eric Rogers and Corey Petska. When we talk about legendary teams together, they've won a world championship together, Joe, and how cool is it to see them back together here at the Hondo?
Well, in all year, they're back together this year, you know, and they didn't for a long time. And, you know, partnerships are like business. If you win together, you do it. And it's really cool for me to see them back at the Hondo. Eric's won it before, you know. Here we go with Corey Petska. Time to show what you're doing back together in the team. 4-4, 4-6, 4-7. A layup's not going to win. It's going to have to be a good run.
Well, not just world champions together. Corey Petska, he's been in the NFR 15 times. Eric Rogers 13 times. I mean, they're the veterans of the group.
They are. They're winners.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Every year they figure out how to win. Eric's waiting on that steer to look. You can tell he's wanting to nod, but he wants him to look so he gets a good clean go. He already knows it's a tough round. Petska got one of the fastest deliveries in the business. Long reach, got him. Can he make the time up right here? He got him. 5:29, a little bit of rope got away from him, a little bit down the arena. A little bit too long maybe tonight. This steer really got out there running. See, Eric reaches a long way and gets it on him tight right there. That steer right here, Petska heals him, He got Dally, but just a little bit of rope run. And you know what? Stop watching your friend when something happens. Watch right here when he gets him. He gets a Dally, but just take it all the way around the horn. Then he does, and then, man, that kind of was a late flag. You know the truth. So, maybe should have been 4-8, but I'm not flagging.
Hey, but it's still been a pretty tough team roping.
And look now, it's not going to get easier.
No, it's definitely not. We get ready for Caleb Driggers, Junior Noguera coming out here. Barra World Champions as well. 2 times together. Junior Noguera also 3-time with his all-around World Championship in there. And Caleb Driggers is the reigning champion of the Hondo with Paul Eves, but Caleb and Junior, they're going to be a team we talk about for generations.
You bet they are. They're a winning combination, you know. Driggers came in from the southeast, and he knows how to throw fast over the chute. This is a setup like that. You know, this is a setup where it's probably, you know, a horn around or something, 1-2 and throw. So Junior, anywhere they're going to hit in that arena, he's trying to rope 2 feet fast. The thing about them, Danny, 4-4, they're not roping to be 4-8. They're going to try to be 4-2, 4-3, and see how it works. Yeah, that's how you want a horse to score. Look at the ears on that yellow horse. He just stand there waiting. Ooh, if he's out, they're going to be fast. Broke the barrier.
Oh.
Too early. 4-3 goes to 14-3, I think. I think that was too early of a start, going to be a broke barrier. Let's check and look and see. Yeah, he broke the barrier, 14-3.
Back to football terminology, but a 4.3, they were offsides. They got the touchdown, they were offsides. Turns into a 14.3 with a broken barrier, but there's one team left.
Yep, one team left to go, though. Kyle Dennison, Lane Mitchell are going to be our final team to go.
Another Louisiana boy.
There you go.
Another Louisiana boy. Can the Louisiana pull off a win tonight?
This crowd is definitely behind their Louisiana Cowboys. I can already hear it, that's for sure. Kyle Dennison, 2 times NFR. Lane Mitchell, he's been to 1 so far. But they are kind of roping like a veteran team.
Kyle Dennison turned his game around last year. I mean, year before last. He really did. But he can go fast. Late. Got a long reach. Does he get him? Yep. Nah, not too long. Penalties, no money. Louisiana doesn't win this event. We're going to have to go to the world champs on this event.
Well, no surprise. We've actually seen that so far. We saw it in the steer wrestling. Now we're seeing it again in the team roping. The reigning world champions gained a lot of confidence with those gold buckles. Andrew Ward, Jake Long, 4.46. They were second out. Nobody could catch them.
Yeah, no, they made a great run too, you know, and that's the deal. When you're early on in the event, you try to put the pressure on them and see what happens. A lot of 4-second runs, look, it was tight, but the world champs, they were the best.
This is how it all played out. Jake and Andrew with the 12,000. Wesley Thorpe and Tyler Wade, they're going to pick up 7,500. Jay Corkle, Clint Summers, all the way down. Paul Eves and Dustin Egaskiza, all picking up checks. Let's get to Kennedy Riggs.
Well, New Orleans, you just came to school and learned a lesson on what the team roping should look like. These are the guys to watch, and the best part is they have their heads on their shoulders right. My favorite part about you guys is that you know what matters most, and it seems to help you in the arena quite a bit.
It's unbelievable. You got to have your priorities right. Thank the big guy for tonight. Gave us a good steer, good horses were good, and my wife and my daughter are here, so it's been a great trip so far.
And it's safe to say you guys are known as the dynamic duo. Isn't that for good reason?
Oh, this guy's amazing, and we're just thankful for everybody that came out and supported us tonight. This is a heck of a rodeo, and have a great night.
Andrew Ward and Jake Long, the fastest guys tonight in the team roping. Congrats, guys.
Thank you, Kennedy. And
I think that's the most amount of smiles that I've seen out of team ropers in a winter interview. Everybody's having such a wonderful
not to be
time.
happy about it, the Hondo, huh?
Exactly, and getting to compete here in Caesars Superdome. As we get ready for the saddle bronc riding, here's a list of your guys that you're going to be seeing competing. A lot of repeat champions, actually. Zeke Thurston, he won the first one. Cade Bruno and Sage Newman, they're your reigning champions from Hondo back in Phoenix. But these guys, talking about the energy and the saddle bronc riding, they are feeding off of everything here at Caesars Superdome. This is what professional sports is all about. And to get to nod your head in a place where they've had Super Bowl 8 times.
Yeah, it's not like you're at the little backyard fair here. This is the Superdome, and this is New Orleans. Where else would you want to nod your head? And you got 8 guys. Now go back to that because that's important, Jenny. You only have 7 guys to beat to win first. And you know your competitors. You know what you have to do. You start with somebody like Zeke Thurston. He's the baddest man there is. got to get by him.
Yeah, Zeke Thurston, 4-time world champion. Statler, right? He's going to be last out, our reigning world champion. Are we going to see a pattern here? The reigning world champions just continuing to dominate here at the Hondo. But we have a lot of great guys in the middle as well. Western Pattison, fresh off his first in a par. Damian Brennan.
Yep.
But yeah, we were both thinking of the Aussie. Now, I don't know about his matchup. He's going to have maybe a trickier horse in the pin. But this set that we're seeing, these are kind of your hopper-type horses. It should be nice, should be a little bit more rider-friendly.
Should let them show off.
Exactly.
Should let the guys show their talent. And for the people at home watching, watch the action of the feet. How fast do they get to the front of the shoulders? If they beat them to the ground, if they're, don't get their arm in the rein long and up and back. And this is going to let people see what bronc riders do to enjoy it.
Yeah, it's a bit poetic, the bronc riding can be. It's like
it
a
should
dance.
be tonight anyway.
Yeah, and a lot of these horses are ones that we've kind of seen down the road. A lot of horses we've seen from the winter rodeos, Fort Worth.
To let them show off tonight, first round.
We got a few in there.
We'll let them ease into it the first night.
Yeah, we'll see. But hey, in the saddle bronc riding, sometimes you just never know. It could get pretty fun. It did a little bit in the bareback riding.
It's not a give me, I'll tell you that.
No. But with the best of the best in the world, which is what this set definitely is, I'm kind of looking out for Wyatt Casper. This last season, he pretty much rode all summer long with a major injury.
I asked him, that's the first thing I saw him last night. I said, you finally healthy? Because, for 2 years, he's battled one thing or another, really. And he said, I really am. And I said, well, I bet it's a lot more fun. So. No,
exactly. I've seen him limping through like a lot of rodeos. I'm like, oh, are you going to turn out? Like, you got a broken leg? He's like, no, I'm here to win money. And this is what the Hondo's all about. Wyatt Casper's trying to win some big money to bring home to his family. But you know what, Joe? It's hard whenever the 4-time world champion, one of the greatest.
Is the first man
Zeke
out.
Thurston. Yeah, and Zeke Thurston, he's got a great matchup. This horse, Molly's Game from Generations Pro Rodeo. Leighton Green, a fellow Canadian, was just 85.5 points at Houston on this horse.
And you know as well as I do, if one buck's in Houston, a big venue like that, a big arena, you bring them into the Hondo at the Superdome where they've set this arena up so rider-friendly and competitor-friendly. She's going to shine. And if she shines, guess who else is?
Zeke Thurston.
That's right.
Yeah, you very rarely see this guy make a bobble. He just won Rodeo Austin. He's feeling as good as ever. And I think he's kind of like a fine wine, just seems to get a little bit better every single season.
He makes it look awfully easy sometimes. He's trying to get her, he's pulling right there, wanting to head up or something.
Well, the thing about Zeke, and you can appreciate this, Joe, is he's kind of a horseman, and that can really make a difference with how you handle these horses in the chute, how you keep them calm, how you handle your rein. It makes
He's
a
rode
difference.
them all, from buckers to tricks riders to ropers, everything. Here we go.
All right, horse had a few moves.
He had to track him out of there pretty good. He didn't just come out of there with this little pattern jump and kick. But Zeke Thurston, here we go. A veteran, too. Not just a world champion over and over, a veteran. But he holds his feet right there and tracks the horse. The horse left, has a swoop left, right, back. But Zeke Thurston, you never see him out of control.
No, a lot of lead changes.
Yeah.
Horse was not as easy as maybe I kind of teed it up to be for this hopper pin. But great start for Zeke Thurston, and way to kick it off for him. We're waiting on that score to see what he's going to get done. 86.4 to kick it off. That's going to be a tough one to catch up to.
And, that horse did not make it look easy at all.
No.
But that's what I'm talking about Zeke. He's so hard to get, off center, out of kill. He just rides them jump for jump. You ride him jump for jump, you're always ahead.
He doesn't overthink it.
No, he does not.
And we get ready for Cade Bruno. He has trench coat Charlie from Generations Pro Rodeo. They won a round at San Antonio on this horse just earlier this year, only a couple of months ago. Cade split the win at the Hondo last year with Sage Newman. And Cade's been to the NFR 4 times, but I feel like he is such a household name already in the bronc riding.
Yeah, and to have one they just won a round on San Antonio's got to feel good. Little stall, little hesitation right there. But look, this horse comes out. He's jumping, he's kicking, kind of stumbles right there. Cade never misses a beat. Wasn't like it got him out of whack, pulled him down or anything. And that's the deal too. These horses have their own mind right there. Look at him. He kind of stalled, playing with his head a little bit. Just trying to ice the kicker just a little bit. Right leg kind of a little slow right there, Janie, for a couple jumps. And that's a bad thing because the judges are right there where they can see it.
Well, the thing when a horse stalls like that, it can really make catching your timing, catching that mark out really difficult, and kind of struggle with that a little bit. That horse wasn't as much fun as I thought maybe it would be, but Cade did his job. Doesn't look too happy with it.
Not what the Hondo crowd does. Look at them, front and center, waving, having fun.
Yes.
Yeah, 79.3 is not going to be very good tonight.
Yeah, I don't think that'll end up pulling a check for Cade Bruno in the bronc riding. Got 2 more rounds to go, though. Lots of money still to be won as we get ready for Weston Patterson. This young guy out of Kansas has been so impressive. Fresh off of his first national finals rodeo, he's Marie Laveau.
You can't ask for a better horse in New Orleans than Marie Laveau. You know what I mean?
It fits, doesn't it?
It fits. We're in New Orleans with the Hondo. We're having fun at the rodeo, and you call and see what you got. I got Marie Laveau. That's you're either gonna win first, or she's gonna put a curse on you. One of the two, buck you off.
It's very on brand, definitely. And Weston Patterson, he has had such an awesome year. He was so great to watch last season at his first national finals rodeo. You know, going into Las Vegas, you just never know how those NFR rookies are going to handle the bright lights. And
he didn't ride like an NFR rookie.
He didn't.
He did not.
He has such quick feet, very athletic, perfect height for a bronc rider as he gets ready for this horse right here. Looks like he's got a little bit of rain from what I can tell. Yeah. Oh, okay, here we go.
Marie Laveau's doing her deal. Oh, missed one little hit right there. The horse kind of stuttered.
Yeah.
You know, like you said, though, if a horse does something, it can knock rhythm off from the mark out to the spur ride.
Yeah, no, the horses are performers as well, and certain timing can throw off their rhythm. Had kind of a weird jump right there in the middle. Weston Patterson, though, he did his job. He tried to make it work. Might have been kind of a tough draw for Weston.
I will draw next. I will spin 3 times, and I will wish that we can do this again tomorrow night.
He's going to turn around and watch it on the big screen and see. 83.8. Yeah.
All right. Good ride for Weston Patterson. You can tell he was kind of wanting to see on the big screen, kind of check out his ride, see how it was.
He wanted to double check those judges. Sparky's looking, he said, get over here. Get on the other side.
All right, let's go to Damian Brennan. Joe, we were both excited to talk about Damo, the awesome Aussie. He has absolutely set the bronc riding world on fire. In his young career, only 3 times to the NFR, but he's been in world title contention.
Twice for it. Twice been in the middle of it.
Pastor's just all rookie.
You know, he's fun to talk to because, and as you well know, you're here with the Aussies too. To me, it says somewhere that they are to come over here and try.
Absolutely. Wow.
Oh.
Horse has got some moves, and Damian
all
is putting
over.
down an electric ride.
You know, first 3 jumps right down the pipe. Damian was ahead of him. Looked like it was going to be real easy and nice. The nice, easy horses are not being that way tonight.
Yeah, you know, I shouldn't have said that. You just never know. The thing about Damian, it really does seem like no matter what the draw is, he doesn't bobble.
No, right there,
He is so consistent.
It went from right down the pipe, nice, easy jumping, to all of a sudden left, right, lead change. You know, not tracking the back end, the front end. I mean, that was hard.
Not to mention trying to handle that rain. That horse was kind of throwing its head around.
And look at the result, 86.2. Look at the ride score. Look at the ride score, 44.2. That shows what he can do.
By 0.2 of a point, he goes to second behind Zeke
He's not liking that now. He should be just straight points.
He's like, yeah, maybe we didn't need to do that. But wow, great ride by Damian Brennan. And like I mentioned, he had to really handle that rain. Let's go to Wyatt Casper. He has the horse Gypsy Rose. This is a horse that we've seen around quite a lot, actually.
Andrew's been around forever. All right, a sound Wyatt, not hurting, and a good old solid Gypsy Rose. Look at that. You want a good bucking horse to let you show off what you can do, Janie? There it is.
Yeah, that's exactly right. And you know what, Wyatt Casper, we talk about consistency, also one of the most consistent bronc riders going down the road. Consistent through injury, consistent through every obstacle that comes his way. Big winner at the American, NFR average champion. Look at that horse just kicking nice in the air, and Wyatt Casper just doing what he always does. Good ride by Wyatt.
Continues to show us that classic style.
That horse really has the same trip almost every single time. That's kind of nice to have an old faithful. 85.1 for Wyatt Casper to move into 3rd place right now. That's good money. But he wants the big money, Joe.
I was going to say, when you look down through there, you got to get by 3 guys. They didn't just come here for no reason either.
Sage Newman getting ready, 5 trips to the National Finals Rodeo. Awesome young bronc rider right here. He's been in world title contention several times and just hasn't gotten that gold buckle. He's got Painted Bunny from J Bar J. This is a rematch. Sage was 87 points on this horse at White Sulphur Springs, Montana, just back in 2025. So that's going to make you feel good.
Yeah, and he knows him. He's been on him, you know. This horse has got a good reputation. You can't ask for a better chance for the first go-around. Yeah, Zeke set it up there, set the bar high, but you've already been 87 on him before. Confidence has got to be ready.
Yeah, he only has to be an 86.5.
0.5, yeah.
To best Zeke Thurston, and if you've done it before, it can make a lot of difference.
If I'm Damien, I want him to be 88, not beat me by two ticks. All right, here we go. Painted Bunny, big jump out of there. Sage is ahead of him. That's a big, strong horse going across there.
Oh, he
Ooh,
is
got him
big.
a little strung out.
And Sage Newman's not a very big bronc rider
No.
either, so it makes Painted Bunny look extra large. Yeah, maybe kind of had some awkward timing there at the end, but look
Good
at the mark out.
And look at that mark out. And right there, just in control, beating him to the ground.
That horse is so strong.
And he's big, like you said.
All right, what's going to happen for Sage Newman? 84.7 for Sage. Not quite the 87, but a great ride and on a big, strong horse. All right, now it's time for the California King, Lefty Holman. This is a great matchup with him. He has To the Limit from Diamond G. 85 points at Rodeo Houston for a round win, turned in by Ben Anderson. Lefty Holman, I just love this young bronc rider. He is so much fun. He is just living the life every time he's out there, getting ready to nod his head. And To the Limit has been an impressive horse. This could be a new round win.
You know, it's a tough go-around, honestly. 286 is first and second. And Lefty knows that ahead of him, so he's going to try to get it all out. Good mark out. Horse bucking, coming across. He's in time.
Lefty just rides so technically correct.
Almost makes it look too easy right there
Yeah.
on that one. You know what I mean? Nice horse, easy horse. Don't get me wrong. Good horse. Wasn't hard, but Lefty makes it look so easy right there. Do the judges appreciate that ability, Jane?
Right, no, it's exactly right. And that's, you know, no fault to Lefty, but he just sticks his feet. He's in perfect timing. It just looks like a dance, like it's supposed to look. But is he going to get the credit for it? And did that horse buck as hard as Zeke Thurston's and Damian Brennan's? 85.7. Great mark out, great ride. He's going to get some money, but not a new leader.
Goes to third right now with one left, and it's world champ Stadler Wright.
But we're still happy. Yeah, we have a bit of a trend going with Hondo on our reigning world champions. Statler Wright, of course, part of the absolute incredible family, the Wright family. Just a dynasty in the saddle bronc riding world.
If you're a saddle bronc rider and you see blue shirts show up, your day is ruined.
Yeah, we only got one blue shirt here at the Hondo, but Statler was so incredible, so consistent yet again at the NFR this last year.
Really brought his bronc riding up
a
couple levels, I think, year before last.
And it was his turn.
It was, that's right.
And he didn't miss out on a single opportunity. Tonight he's got Road Rash from Diamond G. This horse was just in the short round at Rodeo Austin, so you know he's going to be good.
And he is good.
Look at the kick. Statler doing his job, looking great. Oh, and got a little bit western there at the end.
A little trying on the end. Stadler really in control, stayed ahead, didn't get out. You can watch this horse. He makes a big circle around, but Stadler's ahead of him so far right there every time.
I don't think this is going to beat Thurston.
Not enough horse compared to Zeke's, I don't think.
Exactly. No fault to Statler. He looked great. He looked like a world champion out there. That horse got a little flat there at the end, kind of pulled some funny moves on Statler, could cost him a few points. Like I said, a no fault of Statler's, but he's going to move to number 2, 86.3.
What about that? 4.32.
What a bronc riding. None are better than Zeke Thurston, though. 86.4, very first guy out.
Who'd have thought that? Who'd have thought that?
It doesn't matter. Zeke is Mr. Cool, especially here at the Hondo. All right, Zeke's making his way over there to the winner's circle. Let's get to Kennedy Riggs.
Folks, it does not get better than this guy when it comes to the saddle bronc riding and character outside of the arena. Zeke, I want to give this crowd an idea of what it means to be a cowboy. What's your message to them today?
man, that's all of it, right? That's what it's based off of. Bronc riding, the classic sport, it started all of this, and it's pretty cool to do something you love and do it on a stage like this.
Well, speaking of that, on a stage like this, you did do just what you loved, and for a big check at that. Isn't this the perfect place to celebrate tonight?
I don't think it gets any better.
It doesn't get better than that. This is our Saddle Bronc champion for the evening, Zeke Thurston.
Congrats to Zeke Thurston on the big win. When we come back, Joe Beaver's event is the tie-down roping at the Hondo Rodeo Fest.
Because what you're about to see is not only exciting, but it's death-defying. We've seen cowboys ride horses. We have seen bucking horses, but now it is time for us to welcome the daredevil herself from the great state of Illinois. This is Dusty Dickerson. Those two beautiful horses, Rebel and Valor underneath, standing tall like a Roman gladiator from the days of the Colosseums, waving to all of you wearing her Bayou State and New Orleans colors. Say hey to Dusty. But wait a second. He changed his directions. Wait. He's slowing down. He's waving. He's blowing. What? That was for me. No, I don't think there's something. Listen. Normally when Dusty rides in the arenas, the crowds get extremely loud. Yeah. Normally when she rides in the arena, the crowds get wild. She came in standing, going full speed on two horses. And this crowd sat on their hands like they were watching the Masters. So I want to know, what are you going to do when she comes in on 4 horses? The skill it takes to manage 2 of those animals is one thing, but you add 2 more, that's Doc and Rummy, is an entirely new level of not only pressure, but of controlled chaos. As she wheels him around this arena, you will watch Dusty Creighton Dickerson not only guide those horses, but she will slow them down, showing that she has complete control over 4 minds, 16 hooves. But now watch this. She will move from one horse to another. She'll move from Rebel to Valor. But it's one thing to look forward and see where you're going, but you don't know how far you've come unless you turn around and look where you've been. So Dusty, the trick is you can ride forwards, but what about backwards? But if you've ever been around horses, you know that instinctually, God put something inside of them to be fearful of fire. They know that when they smell, when they feel the heat of that fire, to go the opposite direction. But when it comes to love, what can love do? Love can conquer all. How did she train these horses? With love. So what you are going to see is love encourage these horses. And that beautiful lady point these horses to that fire hoop, and they will fly together. I know you like the danger.
Get y'all some good food.
Welcome back to the Hondo Rodeo Fest, live from New Orleans, Louisiana. An amazing event that wouldn't be possible without the help from the great state of Louisiana. Of course, Governor Landry, the governor of Louisiana, joining us here. Wow, what an incredible event. The first ever time here in New Orleans. How much went into making this all happen?
Look, this is something that I've been wanting to do since I got sworn in as governor. I grew up around rodeos, around horses, around cattle. I had an uncle named Cowboy, goes to tell you that. And I just wanted to bring a rodeo of this caliber to Louisiana to give our athletes, our cowboys and cowgirls, an opportunity to compete at home. You know, they travel so much. They go so many far places. I was over at the San Ynez Rodeo and got to see some folks from Louisiana competing there way out in California. Go to Wyoming, to Cheyenne, and they got to go up there. So this is an opportunity to bring them here. It's just great.
No, it absolutely is. We talk about our Louisiana Cowboys. They are so excited to get to be here at a caliber rodeo like this. And how important is rodeo to the state of Louisiana?
Look, I mean, here's what I'll tell you. We've got as many NFR champions as Wyoming does. So it goes to tell you the caliber of the rodeo athletes that we have here in Louisiana. It's been a long-standing tradition. I know people don't think of Louisiana as a cowboy state, but we are one hell of a cowboy state.
Let me tell you what they're going to do now with the Hondo being here in New Orleans. They're going to think of rodeo in Louisiana.
Oh, absolutely.
You
And I'm going
betcha.
to tell you something else. New Orleans is the best city in the world for entertainment. It's hosted more
That's right.
Super Bowls than any other city, college national championships, both football and basketball. If you want to entertain, this is the greatest city, and so it's great to bring all these cowboys and cowgirls here. Hey, look, I'm just ecstatic. We're going to have a great time. My wife's here.
You know what? Louisiana Cowboys have such a state pride. I've been rodeoing with them my whole life, since high school rodeo to the pros. And a lot of world champions from here, my friends, they love Louisiana. And to give this back to them, appreciate you for bringing it back to them what they deserve.
Well,
The
let me
Hondo
tell you
Rodeo and
something.
the champs.
There's no one that deserved it more than them.
That's right.
And so for those that have rode the rodeo circuit for so many years and not been able to compete in Louisiana, we want you to know that we're hoping that this event is here to stay.
Boy, we do too. We do too.
Well, thank you so much for helping bring this together. It is absolutely changing the game for professional rodeo and rodeo in Louisiana, and it wouldn't be possible without you.
Well, not a problem. I'm sure that you're going to enjoy yourself. We tell you, you come to New Orleans, don't leave mad, thirsty, or hungry.
Oh, we will not be any of those things. We're having a great time. Thank you, Governor Landry. We're going to get started with our tie-down rope and getting back into the arena. Thank you so much, Governor Landry.
Okay, take care.
All right, Joe, we're getting kicked off here in the tie-down roping. Like you said, it is a packed set of contestants, as it is across all of the events. This is the best of the best here at the Hondo Rodeo. We're going to start things off with Joel Harris.
Yeah, Joe Braden, this is Ty's little brother, but let me tell you one thing. He has made himself known. This kid right here, some kind of talent. He'll start us off. He and Ty are both going to ride the same horse, the Bay horse, Django. And you put a guy like Joe Braden, he's young, he's talented, strong, Janie. There's a lot to expect from him. He's out. He's got a quick start right here, first roper. Kev standing up and down. Will he take? Joe Braden's going to be 7 to start us off.
You got to make
Nope,
a statement.
8-11.
You got to make a statement when you're first out. We've seen it in every single event. We see it in rodeo all season long. But Joel, he really has taken things to another level in the past couple of years.
No, for sure he has, And I mean, right here, you're the first roper. He takes a good, quick start. Now, right there, that's what talent is. You see how he stayed in that stirrup long enough to pull that calf around? Kev standing when he gets there, takes one wrap Mahui chance right there. He's 8-11. He's done all he can do. Watch the rest of them go.
All right, 8-11 is where the bar is set from our first cowboy out, Joel Harris. We got a lot of great ropers left to go, including Dylan Hancock.
Yeah, Dylan
also
Hancock,
from St. Angelo.
Well, he's one of those ones that, too, that's kind of stepped up the last couple of years, one of the young guns. And he kind of Dylan Hancock's one of those guys with so much talent. And when he's serious about roping, he's going to win a lot. He's got to get serious about it for big events like the Hondo. Oh, good old standby. Him and Earl won a lot of money together. Here he is. Well, if he's out, he's got it on him fast, but I think he just broke the barrier. And you can't break the barrier on good little calves like this. Look at that. He's going to be 7-5, but I'd almost bet he broke the barrier plus 10 seconds if he did. Yeah, it breaks the barrier plus 10. This is an outstanding set of calves. In other words, they're made to tie really fast. They run them through, roped them. They know they take the tie. It's just going to be who can score the best and go the fastest, Janie. That's going to be the winners every night.
Yep, a barrier for Dylan Hancock, still chasing that 8.11. But as we get ready for our next tie-down roper, Riley Webb. I mean, he's history in the making. Already won 3 world championships. We saw it at Houston when he roped that 6.5 for another Houston title. This guy is unbeatable, it seems.
This kid has got talent that, more normal people never know. He's riding a new horse. He bought him, I don't know, maybe a month or 2 ago, I guess, Stetson Vest. He needed another good one to go with this good old solid standby that he won Houston the World Championship on. So you put Riley Webb in a situation like this, it's his setup. Go fast, get it on him. Does he get him turned around? He does. Kev tries to back around him. See how he makes a big move flanking right there? And he's going to be 7-3. That's where he's got it on him right there. He thinks himself ahead of the problem. This Kev tries to back around him. But what he can do is score and get it on him fast. Now watch right here. This Kev tries to back around him. In other words, he doesn't want to be flanked. And instead of him waiting, he just blocks him off, flanks him. He's 7.3 because of it.
Wow, 7.34 to take the lead. That's going to be really hard to catch.
Yeah, they should beat him tonight, but I'm telling you right now, his is already written down. Theirs isn't.
All right, get ready for Tough Cooper. He knows a little thing or two about winning at the Hondo. Your 2025 winner, four-time world champion. Honestly, a true veteran of the group as well. What an amazing career.
You know, a veteran for sure, but he started so young, and he's such a talent. 4 times, I think, 3-4, he's won the world championship. But here's the deal. If Tough Cooper gets serious about it and ropes offensively and not so much defensively, he'll win another one maybe. Because this guy's got all the tools. He's out. Oh, he doesn't catch. Breaks the barrier and misses.
Yeah.
You know, you're going to make mistakes. You're going to take chances. But you don't see that coming as a broke barrier and a miss both right off the bat. One thing about it, he takes it better than I ever took. I couldn't really smile when I missed the broke barrier, but he wins a lot, and he knows it's coming tomorrow night.
He's going to brush this one off, wave to the crowd.
Yeah, he says, I'll be back tomorrow. There's 12,000 more tomorrow night, don't forget.
A lot of money left to win, but it is an average for that big money
that's
right there.
That 20, that's right. He's out of that. Good point. Broke barriers, too.
All right, well, we got to move on. Ty Harris. We just saw his brother Joel. He was in the lead until Riley Webb went. Ty's been incredible, too.
All right, let's freaking rodeo man right here. Ty Harris got a big chance. Oh, he doesn't flank him. The nice little old 12 and under Kevin, he did not flank him. Then he messed his string up. He's 9 flat. Ty Harris is going to watch. Don't watch that video. He was looking up at the big screen. Don't watch. You're going to be mad at yourself, Ty. Look, see the shake? Gets out, gets it on him. He's got a chance about right here. Pulls on him to be 7-2 or 3 or 4. Doesn't get him flanked. Okay, when you don't get him flanked, then you panic, you hurry. And he drops the legs, he hangs a wrap, and everything could have gone wrong. Does 9 flat.
And a 9 flat for Ty Harris. Actually going to put him in 3rd right now, but I don't know if that's going to keep a check for him. As we get ready for Shane Hanchey, world champion, Hondo champion, Louisiana.
Here we go. The biggest LSU fan you've ever known in your life. And he's getting to compete in the Superdome. I promise you, Janie, he is on cloud 9.
This guy is all things Louisiana pride.
I'm telling you. Hey, everything he's got is purple and gold.
I'm pretty sure his crawfish truck is actually parked somewhere out back, you know?
And you know what about this guy? He has got a long career. He's made 16 times straight to the NFR, and he's one of the most successful guys I've ever known to rope for money. If you get him a chance to place and win money, he's going to place and win money. All right, if he got out, that loop went on. I don't know how, but it went on. Calves up, calves down, got him strung. He's out there quick.
Woo.
734.
Oh, wow. So he's going to tie Riley Webb.
I don't know. I think he did with that loop. Hey, he'd be celebrating. Keep that rope, use it again. All right. He gets a great start, but right there the loop gets pretty dead, like not going to go on. Up, down, split. We got a split, 734.
Whew. And you know that Shane Hanchey maybe is even more excited than this crowd was to see him right there. This is an iconic moment for his career.
Oh, I promise you, Louisiana. He's happy because he's at home. But it's not over.
It's not over. We still have Kincaid Henry. We're chasing that 7.34 turned in by Hanchey and Webb. Kincaid, he decided to stick with the horse. You were excited about this.
I knew he'd have to bring him here. Oh, Mario and Kincaid, they win a lot together. Oh, he missed. It's okay. We talked about that $20,000 big bonus average money.
Yeah.
We got 2 no times and a broke barrier already. So that takes 3 out of the field. Hey, that's a big difference maker coming the last night.
Yeah, it definitely is.
Look, he ropes him, but he pitches the slack back and rolls it off the calf.
Yeah,
well,
that could make a difference if you're thinking about that average.
You know what I mean? It's something to think about. It's big money.
$20,000 or $12,500 for
that's
second.
Right. You're right, Janie.
All right, this guy, I knew a thing or two about John Dowd's Joe.
This is my guy right here, JD. You know, 7-3s, 2 7-3s, and it goes to 8 something. John Dowd, he's a money guy too. He ropes for money. I'd love to see him be 7 flat, but you know, if things go a little bit different, he'll be 8-3 or 4, and he'll get him a big check. The one thing about this guy is, if he makes his run, he's just as capable of winning around as anybody else. He's out late. Big reach, misses. That's not good. You can't do that. And he knows it. Look at him. He's like, man. You know, it's hard to think about later when it's 12,000 a night, but it's still that 20's out there. Look, Kev steps off the left just about time he throws, and he was already had him measured off to go straight. And the little Kev steps left and no catch, no win.
All right, that's how it all played out, though. We're going to have a tie at the top. Riley Webb and Shane Hanchey. Feels a little bit like the four-man at Houston all over again. But this time, they're going to get the tie. And I actually can't wait to see Shane Hanchey in front of this Louisiana crowd for this winter interview. Him and Riley Webb are going to make their way and be with Kennedy Riggs.
We knew it was going to get good in the tie-down roping, and sure enough, it was a knife fight between these two Louisiana Cowboys. Here we are. Riley, I want to talk to you first. Let's talk about that run. I mean, you ended up on top, but your face was saying it all afterwards. What was going through your mind right after?
Just go as fast as possible. I knew guys behind me like Shane were going to go fast, so let it all hang out and try to win as much as possible, have a chance here for Big Money Sunday.
Well, Shane, you said it so many times. You've dreamed of being in this place, competing. Here you are. Can you even put that into words?
No, it's hard to. Right before I roped, I seen Jawan Johnson tight end for the Saints right here watching us, and I had to shake his hand one before me. I had to get focused, and great set of calves, and thank you to Governor Landry and everybody in New Orleans. Who Dat Nation, we love you.
You heard it, you guys. These are the fastest guys tied for the best in the tie-down roping.
Well.
And a big win for Louisiana in the tie-down roping. Congratulations to those Cowboys. When we come back, breakaway roping at the Rodeo Fest.
We have got two special people that said they could use a new pair of boots. Just so you guys know, we got Aiden and Haley. You guys don't just get a pair of boots. This is where the fun comes in. We have a little bit of cowboy karaoke. And no, the words will not be on the screen. But, Richard, help us out. We got Aiden going first. What do we got? You nailed it! Haley, you got a big thing to stand up to here. Okay, Richard, what do you got? You nailed it. Okay, New Orleans, we need your help. You guys get to pick the winners. Okay, we're gonna go Aiden first. Who thinks Aiden won? And Miss Haley! Congratulations. You wear a pair of those. Go Tacomas, baby. Thank you to Tacomas, but also thank you to Tito's Handmade Vodka. We have cheered so loud for the Cowboys all night long, but now it is time for the ladies to showcase what they can do.
You're watching the Hondo Rodeo Fest live from New Orleans, Louisiana. We had an incredible tie-down roping. Joe Beaver joins us, and now it's time for the breakaway roping. Each and every event absolutely stacked with star power. Haley Williams just won Rodeo Houston again for the second time. Taylor Munsell, your reigning world champion. We talked about Martha Angeloni in the Open, chasing her third Hondo title, also world champion. What a group.
Yeah, and Josie Connor, don't forget that Louisiana. Here we go with another Louisiana talent.
We could go down the entire list of every single event and just go about the accolades from these amazing contestants. But we're going to start it off with Haley Williams. Naturally, she is continually in the winner's circle. Haley Williams, she's been a winner since she was a little girl.
Yeah, she's won a lot of money with that breakaway rope. You know, got really serious with it. Her no red light on these kind of calves in this setup. She can be dirty fast. She's got a really, really fast release. going to ride up and reset and get things right. But Haley's one of those ones that if she gets tapped off on the first round, she might win, all 3 rounds. She's that kind. And she's out. Oh, didn't fall. Did not fall. First rope route, tries one on quick. She's looking back to see the barrier. Was my start good or not? You can see right there. Might have been a little early. I don't know. She had a really fast throw. But, the rope's got to go over the nose, and it's got to break away from the saddle horn of the string when it's around the neck of the calf. Here we go. Talk about the current world champ, Taylor Munsell.
Taylor Munsell, your reigning world champ. She broke a season record for most earned in a year. Absolutely incredible to see her career just really take flight, and she hasn't slowed down.
Well, and it came back, from some shoulder surgery that looked like was going to kind of limit her, till changed a few things with her delivery and kind of got things worked out. And her and old Monster, she's won a ton of money on this horse. This is her old standby. Pulled a little bit the barrier, big reach, too deep, too much calf. Too much calf. She had a chance to be really fast right there. And you can see it went over the nose, but when it goes over the nose, a big reach right there. Calf steps in it with the left front, pulls it right over. Too much calf, no time.
All right, we need to kind of turn things around here. We've had our first 2. We're talking about the star power, but I think Martha Angeloni just might be our cowgirl to get it done. World champion, so good.
No, you're right, and smart. I've seen 2 no times, If I have that throw taken, if not, maybe one more swing to make sure I'm 2 and have a chance to win something. Who knows?
You kind of mentioned this in the Open. She is always going for money in these kind of formats.
And this girl ropes for money. If it pays $1,000, she's there. That's what she does. So she stays sharp that way. All right, Martha got a good 2 swings, reach. Nope. Look, we got 3 up and 3 down. And I know it's early, but we've talked about that in the tie-down roping. That's going to make a person pay attention to that old good run to win the average on Sunday. Look at that, just a little flat. Luke was maybe just a little behind when she released, so it came out flat right there. Tip was down, big swing to the back, no catch.
Yeah, you said it's early, but there's only 5 cowgirls left to go.
That's right, 4 monies tonight.
Yeah, it's time to change things. Jackie Crawford.
Well, here we go.
Absolute legend.
Yeah, she may not be 1-8, but I bet she's 2-7 to 3 flat right here. I bet she doesn't let one get away. Jackie's up. Jackie ropes, a smart game, right? A little pull, takes 2 extra swings, makes sure. She says, hey, I'm 3-2, but you're going to have to catch to beat me, that's for sure. Smart run.
3.29 to put her on the board. Do you think she was paying attention to those first 3?
Oh, for sure. See, takes a safe start, extra swing right there, just to make sure tips down, all bases are covered. Look at that big open swing, a lot of follow through. Horse was, squeezed him up, made sure he didn't take the throw away. That's just business. That's all that is.
Well, she is the queen for a reason. Waving to the crowd. They were happy to see her. We've got a few left to go. Brady, good, getting set.
Yeah, and Brady did. You've already seen 4 go, and you've seen 1 time, so you got to know what's going on the rest of the event. You take the start. If you don't have the throw, don't take it. If you have it, take it, but don't make a major mistake and be no time.
Joe, we almost need to have you in their ear.
Oh, man, that was a great run. She's out of the barrier, too, I think. 2:18. That's how you do it right there. You
all
bet.
Right,
Brady Good just stepped it up. Okay, watch the barrier. She just gets all the barrier. Big first swing down in the front. Right there, covers all of her base to deliver, and what a great run. You know how important the Hondo is to all these people? They were in Logandale, Nevada last night, and they all flew over here this morning for this event.
We're actually going to see that across the events. A lot of rodeo contestants flying planes, trains, and automobiles
You
to
bet.
be here, including Josie Connor, who just came from Logandale.
Yep, here we go, and her and old Dutch, horse of the year. Josie's won $1 million on this horse probably throughout her career. Iowa, Louisiana, right here we go. She's out. She just won first again. She's out. 185. How about Louisiana in the house one more time? That is what Dutch does. He nails the barrier. He points them out. That loop skips on, kind of like Hanchies in the tie-down roping. But guess what? I've always said follow through will save you. It doesn't say that on the check. It says 185 for the lead.
1.85 to take a great lead. You can see she even cracked a smile,
Yeah,
Joe, and that doesn't always
she knew
happen.
that
She's
was-
a fierce
yeah,
competitor.
She said, how about that loop? Y'all like that?
She's happy to be here in Louisiana. Home state was excited. All right, let's get ready for Riley George. Just won the national finals breakaway roping average title. Pretty exciting for her. She has all the momentum
And
in the
had a
world.
big winner already. You know, bought this gray from the Ingeezer girls up there in South Dakota, and I mean, this copper is automatic good. Great start, 2 swings, good, breaks the barrier. Ooh, 194 plus 10, but not a miss, 1194. All right, let's see. When she leaves, Kev kind of hangs his head and goes to the right. The first step, it was just enough to make Riley leave in there just a little early, but stay up there and rope the neck. Don't miss. Don't take yourself out of the big money at the end of the week.
Broken barrier for her. We're still chasing that 1.85 from Josie Connor. I don't know if they're going to be able to catch that one, Joe. One more to go, though. Cheyenne McCartney. She knows exactly what she needs to get done.
Yeah, she does, you know, and man, Cheyenne ropes as good as anybody. And listen, it says Kingston, Oklahoma, but she's from Louisiana too. She was born and raised in Louisiana, so we got another one right here. There's a 1, a 2, and a 3. This is the time that you just take what it gives you, you know what I mean? You don't break the barrier, you rope the Kev, and you win whatever you can win. First, it's really tough. Fourth's really easy. Got a good start, good run. How about 191 to go to second?
Oh.
Man, that ain't backing off any. I like that. 191. First and second. Louisiana first and second. Cheyenne does a good job right there of a lot of follow through, staying to the front. Joey Saunier saddle almost got to take a victory lap.
First and second's going to go to Louisiana, and it started off a little slow,
and boy,
and then it got
down,
fast.
didn't it? I mean.
1.85 for Josie Connor, and she's so excited to be here in her home state, getting that big win. She will be going into the winner's circle to talk with our very own Kennedy Riggs.
Josie, your fiance just took the cake in the tie-down roping. Here you are taking it in the breakaway, and a lot of girls here are looking up to you today. What's your message to those little cowgirls?
Well, first of all, what's up, New Orleans? We're so excited to be here. I've grew up watching the Saints football my whole life, and it's so cool to be here in the Superdome. Just chase your dreams, because it takes you everywhere, even New Orleans.
That's our girl tonight in the breakaway roping. This is Josie Connor, our hometown hero.
Wow, I absolutely love that, and New Orleans was so excited to see their very own Josie Connor, and that is pretty amazing to grow up watching football in this great stadium. The Super Bowls were here. You grew up in Louisiana. They have rodeos, but nothing like the Hondo.
And there's nothing else like the Superdome in Louisiana anywhere. And we just talked about how much the state loved their Cowboys, and Cowboys love their state. She just reinstated that.
Yeah, the state loves her back. All right, we're getting ready for the barrel race, and another great group of cowgirls right here. We're going to kick things off with Brittany Posey Tanazi, BPT, our 3-time world champion, 18 times the NFR, but the queen of the Hondo, Lisa Lockhart. She has won hundreds of $1,000s already at the Hondo in its first 2 years.
She's done it on different horses both times, I think. She's done it again now, changed again.
She's
so
absolutely
can
incredible.
she do it again on another horse? Sure she can. She's proved it.
I don't
over
think
and
there's
over.
anything Lisa Lockhart can't do. 19 trips to the NFR. She's an amazing trainer as well. This horse that she's going to run, she actually bought as a yearling, trained herself. Now it's in full swing at the rodeo scene. Carly Otero's been absolutely incredible this year. Haley Kinsel has actually won second at the Hondo both years.
And
She
she's
wants
riding the same
win.
horse that she won second on in Phoenix.
Yep.
That is not sister.
Exactly. She's going to be on Spider Monkey, so it's going to be fun to see that happen. But let's get ready to start the barrel race. I talked to Brittany Posey Tanazi just last night at the hotel. She was trying to decide which horse to run. Mo's going to get the call.
Yeah, and you know, Brittany, she's so competitive.
Oh.
She's going to ride what she thinks she can win the most on. I promise you that.
Yeah, Brittany Posey Tanazi, she is just a true winner all
She
the
is
way
a
through,
winner, yeah.
and has been her entire incredibly long career. Ice water in her veins when it comes to competition, and with handling different horses.
Victoria,
She's ridden
Texas.
so many horses.
That's how we do. We learn down there. She's from me and her from the City of Roses originally.
Something in the water, maybe.
That's right. All right, first lady out. They give her the nod. Here we go.
She just started running this horse just last year, And they're a pretty great pair. If we can get that first barrel right and Mo will handle the setup, we're going to be off to the races.
She did, too.
She got
There
it.
we go. And, curious to see how the ground's going to hold. Big Mo's holding it good. She got 2 down.
Big horse, long stride. Testing it out. He handled it. 13,
Hey, how about
9-1-3.
Good, solid run to start us off. No penalties, no big mistakes. We don't know. I mean, is that going to win or not? We'll see shortly. But to me, when you're first out, you got to lay a run down that gives you a chance.
Well, and you normally want to be first out in the barrel
Yeah.
race because that's the best position on the ground. But in a setup like this, you're also kind of the test monkey,
You
so
are.
you kind of got to figure it out. Getting ready for Carly Otero. She has lots of great horses to choose from. Made a smart call here. Decided to go with the Regina George, lefty.
Left barrel first. I love it. Here we go. Round 1. This horse runs such straight lines to me.
Yeah.
And he just cuts a came back over and just barely drug the second. And it's going to be fast.
That horse is so quick.
Look, she just cruised home and run 13.6.
Wow. Yeah, no, she kind of pulled up way before the timeline.
Yeah, just cruised in.
13.6 plus
And it wasn't
5.
like she just nailed the second barrel. She just right here. Comes back over it right there. Maybe just hung in that, slipped in that ground just enough to let the hip come back and get the barrel.
Well, and we talked about in these other events that average can definitely make a big difference. Down barrel is not what you want to happen as we get ready for Wenda Johnson. Now, you kind of have to ask her ahead of time what horse she's going to run because they all look the exact same. I think this is Quince. This mare's been really good for Wenda.
Yeah, and you talk about another jockey. Here we go. All right, lifts that lead, no hit barrel. It's a ways across there to the first, second, and the third. They got them measured out a ways. Timer's up there close where it clocks quick. Brittany's still in the lead, 13-9, 14:07.
14.073 for Wenda Johnson. And yeah, like you mentioned, the first and second barrel are pretty far
They
apart.
really are for this. It's a small venue, but it's a ways across there.
It's a nice square pattern,
is.
which you really don't see at that many different
You don't.
arenas.
No,
That's a
you
neat
don't.
setup for Hondo. She was definitely close to Brittany. We get ready for Trisha Aldridge. She's coming up next just here after Wenda Johnson. Trisha Aldridge, we know her from Adios Pantalones, that
Right.
awesome stallion. He's out right now. He had hock surgery, but this is Penny. And this horse has been really cool for Trisha to ride. They just did well at Loveland this last weekend. Trisha's loving the rodeo scene.
Yeah, you're shooting, you're trying to catch Brittany. She's the first one out, 13-9. She's not going to do it close again, 14:047. It kind of just proves that what a run Brittany made to be the first one out,
It's exactly right because you don't really know how the timing is going to work. 14.074 to actually move into second. No, into third. Sorry, that's how close we're down to the hundreds, thousandths of a second. Pretty good run from Trisha,
Not
though,
bad
but
at
Brittany
all.
was definitely impressive. I think we're going to keep getting faster, though,
Here we
as
go.
we get ready for Haley Kinsel, your 4-time world champion. Of course, we know her from sister, but Spider Monkey has been such an incredible horse for her for many years, but especially this season, this horse has stepped up on her own in a big way. And Haley, such a great jockey across the board on different horses.
Well, I think this horse fits this arena a lot, too, She runs into the walls good. She doesn't mind. Gets a third barrel turn. Here's where they got to go. They got to run all the way across the clock running home. And it's hard because look right there. They stop. That's a short alley, Janie, to be running that fast. But if you're not running, you won't get across the timer and you won't get clocked.
Right, exactly. 13.975. Great run from Haley Kinsel moving into that second place spot. They're still chasing Brittany Posey Tanazi. She set the bar and we didn't even know it.
Yeah, and she's bad about doing that, too.
Isn't
Because
she?
you bet she's going to ride one across the line. She's going to get all the time she can out.
Be ready for Mackenzie May. She is your Rating Resistol Rookie of the Year. She's been incredible at her young age. She hasn't made the NFR yet, but Joby, it is coming
yeah, it will.
for this cowgirl. Amazing rodeo family, too.
Yeah, she rides, she rides a lot of different horses good, too. I mean, it's not like just one. Here we go. Get the first down, horse stood up, straight across to the second. You can watch a timer, too. On the third barrel, if they turn that barrel and it's a 10, 9, or 10 seconds, she got a chance. She
Nice
got a big
run.
chance, Phil, to run all the way home. All the way across, I told you, 13.5.
Great
If
run.
you turn that third barrel and it's before the 10-second mark at all, you got a big chance.
0.4 of a second,
And
actually.
look, she licked the first barrel. To me, the money barrel, you lick the first barrel, sets up the run. Mackenzie, great run.
Awesome run from Mackenzie, and she kind of proved that she belongs here.
Yep.
And a set of, honestly, veterans and great barrel racers, she is in the pack. She's number 1. That's going to be hard to chase, but we're getting ready for the queen of the Hondo Rodeo right now, Lisa Lockhart. She's riding Copper. This horse, she just won second on this horse in Tucson, but he's only 6 years old.
Yeah, he doesn't look like a 6-year-old, does he?
No.
2 barrels down. And watch the timer. She can get turned to get out there before the 10. She's got a chance. Can he run all the way across the line and run into that trap? How about that? See him hollering. I mean, they're woeing. You can tell when they've got to go all the way to almost the alley to cross the timer. So you got to ride all the way into that trap. And Lisa, the jockey she is and the horse that horse is, 13-6.
Joe, she just gives her horses so much confidence
Yes, she does.
in a pattern, and especially
Stays
in
out
a
of their way.
setup like
Stays
this.
out of their way and just lets them work.
Exactly.
That's hard to do.
It is hard, especially in an atmosphere like this. Getting ready for Emily Beisel right here. Also has a couple of horses to choose from. Liza is getting this call. I love this mare, and I also love Emily Beisel. She is such a jockey, such an athlete.
All right, left barrel first. Get that. Oh, there's that leg up. You know that's coming to make sure.
Oh.
Ooh, crashes the second barrel.
Yeah, and you know, we talked about the first and second barrel being kind of far apart. That can be hard for a horse
it
that's
can.
really ratey.
Yep, and especially with bucket shoots right there, you know. But guess what? That's going to let Mackenzie
Mays.
just roll on and prove more and more that she belongs.
Yeah, exactly, and that she belongs in a big way.
Yes.
An incredibly fast time. I think she was running Rousey. I also love that mare. She is not a rookie anymore,
No,
Joe.
no. Look at that. Lisa Lockhart 1 second. Who'd have thought that?
Yeah, look out. You can never count Lisa out, no matter what horse she's
Miss
on.
Hondo.
Yes. Mackenzie Mays, though, our number 1 cowgirl, 13.579 here. She's standing by with Kennedy Riggs.
An atmosphere like this can sure get a girl fired up for a run. What do you think your horse thinks in New Orleans now?
Oh, she loves it. She loves the crowd. I think it makes her run faster. She just thrives off of it.
And what about you?
Oh, I love it. I love New Orleans. It's so far been good to me.
To say the least, this is the fastest girl tonight in the barrel racing. Congrats.
Thank you.
Congratulations to that awesome young cowgirl. We have more excitement coming up here at the Hondo. Bull riding is up next. Welcome back to the Hondo Rodeo Fest. We're getting ready for a fan favorite event, the bull riding. And joining us down back behind the bucket chutes, he's an NFR bull rider, PBR finals bull rider, stock contractor, an absolute pioneer in the sport of rodeo, and also the producer of this incredible event. Cord McCoy back behind the bucket chutes. Cord, what are you looking forward to tonight?
Oh, ought to be good as pin one. We're getting started early right here. Oh, smooth over to the end of the gate. We got a great pin of bulls tonight. It is going to get hotter as we go towards Sunday, the championship Sunday. 12 guys, 3 bulls. We're going to have quite a battle.
Okay, well, we couldn't quite hear what he had to say, Joe, but I could tell he had a lot of enthusiasm for the bull riding. And, you know, I'm pretty sure he also might have mentioned a bull that he has coming out tonight, Tulsa Time for the 100th out. but that was our first bull rider, Hayden Welsh. He was excited about this bull, and it didn't quite work out. No score for him.
Yeah, you know, it's a jump for jump deal where you got to ride them jump for jump, and it doesn't matter who you are or how much you've won. They don't read your resume, nor do they care. And when you get a McCoy name in front of a bucking bull, you usually got your hands full.
We're getting set for Hazeway right here. 3 times the NFR. He has the bull Dust Storm from McCoy and Court and Sarah McCoy, actually.
Oh, it's family bull right here, Janie.
Definitely. Hayes Wade has already had a great career in his young age right here. Like I said, 3 times to the NFR. I recognize that guy in the back of the bucket shoots.
Got a little help spotter there, doesn't he? A little important spotter.
Okay, if you have Jason Aldean helping you on your bull, I think that might help you get to the 8 seconds.
Yeah, I bet somebody's wishing he'd take his hands out of there so they don't get mad.
I don't think that Jason Aldean needed a credential to get back behind the bucket shoots.
All right, Asa, you got a lot of extra pressure on you tonight. You know, and if you cover and ride one, you're probably going to win Monday night. They're going to buck a lot of guys off. These bulls buck.
Yeah, and there's actually going to be a few more bull riders than what we've seen in these other events. We've had 8 in the other events. We have 12 bull riders.
Right.
It's a fan favorite event.
It is.
These fans want to see some great bull riding.
All right, here we go. Big, high jumps. Look at that. Let's stalls out there. Ooh, 8 seconds?
I think we
They're going to give it to him?
Clock says 8.
Clock says 8. Hayes says yes for sure.
We got a thumbs up right there.
Watch.
Oh, no. 7.7 seconds. And you can see it right here. He was there, Joe.
Oh, he's a lot of drop high in the air, but right here, whips him into his hand, rolls him out there, and his hand comes out of the rope. That's what got him early. No score.
No score for Hayes. Wait.
Oh.
7.7. We were very close. All right, getting set for Lane Vaughn. You know what? He's having a great year. Number 9 in the world standings right now. We've seen him a lot at PBR events, PBR Canada. He's kind of given the rodeo scene a go here. He's got the bull Bam Bam from McCoy Rodeo and Phil Dahl. Should be a good bull.
Yeah, you know, and here's the deal. We've seen a couple guys come into the rodeos this year from the PBR and the bull ridings, just to see, kind of test the water and see what they're doing back and forth. And then we see a lot of young guys doing it all. And they're taking a lot of rides.
I mean, how do you not, especially with all the money that there is out there to win, especially an event like this at the Hondo. The guys were fighting
right
to get in
here.
here.
Right in the gate. Away from his hand, right in the gate. Oh, stalls out a little bit right there. Comes back to bucking. Gonna ride him 8 seconds easy.
Yep. We made it. First qualified ride right there from Lane Vaughn. And he's happy about it.
Yes, he is.
Yeah, he's from Oregon, just about as far away from Louisiana as you can possibly get, but he is excited to be here. Nice pull away from his hand. Had a little change up there, no problem.
No, he rode him all day, and he's gonna, he's seen the first 2 get bucked off, so a score is important.
Waiting on that score. Oh, we're gonna see an option of a re-ride. You know, and that does make sense. But with an 82-point ride.
Points, that'd be something you're gonna have to look at, wouldn't it?
What do you do there, Joe? I know that you're not a bull rider, but you can imagine.
You're asking a stupid person. I take the re-ride every time.
Hey, JP Mooney says always take the re-ride.
Trey Kimsey, here we go. Big bull, buck in his hand. Now changed up, going away from his hand. Whips him down on the outside. He's bucked off at 7-8.
Oh, and he's not happy about it.
Yeah, he shouldn't have let that one get away.
No, that is not the Trey Kimsey.
Yeah, he rides that bull all day. He's supposed to.
Yeah, no, I agree, especially with the career that he's had.
Yeah.
He was right there. You see bull went around into his hand, working that free arm.
Changes directions, but he doesn't do anything out of the ordinary. He just changed directions, all he did to get him. And usually a bull that just changed directions without any cheap shot, you don't get Trey Kimsey.
Well, you know, don't the Kimsey say you got to ride in a box? That's how they're taught.
Yeah.
He just came out. Man, he's not happy about that one. No score for Trey Kimsey. Our next bull rider to go, Tristan Hutchings.
This is one of my favorites right here.
You know, and rightly
I like
so.
this guy. I like this guy. This guy rides. He tries to ride him 8-3, 8-4. He'll ride till it's no man's land and you're bucked off. He doesn't look out. He doesn't give up. Uses his free arm upper body a lot. I love to watch him ride.
Yeah, he's a fierce competitor. He's got the bull JoJo from McCoy Rodeo and Gold bucking stock. He's won Rodeo Houston, he's won Reno. He wants to keep winning these big events. He really steps up under that high pressure. 4 times NFR. He's number 2 in the world right now.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. He's got a really good start this year, too, Janie. He's won a lot. And this guy, this is the guy that steps up, like you said, with the finals when he has to ride for big money, he rides good. All right, here we go. Oh, he's going to go away from his, oh, man, whipped him down over his head. Went away from his hand, a little bit of a stall, and I mean, came with the big move. Watch this. You talk about, that's a big whip right there. That's a lot of G-force.
No score for Tristan Hutchings.
You know, not a real big bull, but I mean powerful.
Not the trip that he wanted to have. Gonna have to come back in round 2 and see what we can get done. Be ready for Braxton Whitesell. He's gonna be our next bull rider to go. Tristan Hutchings making his way
He's got
out
one
of
of
the
the
arena.
Bucks. Wicked Solo.
Yes.
McCoy and LS Bulls. But look where he's from, Louisiana. Can we keep it in? We met this kid a while ago.
Yeah.
This is a kid we met a while ago. He's a big
He's
old
tall.
kid. Yeah.
6'2",
He's tall,
6'3".
yes. Tall as me.
And
yeah.
young. He's only 18 years old.
18 years, carrying his helmet around. Really nice kid, too. Was so excited about being at the Hondo in New Orleans.
He only lives an hour away
Yeah.
from Caesars Superdome.
Walker, Louisiana. Here we go.
He's in the early part of his career, too. Number 7. Let's go, Braxton. Let's go, Louisiana.
This could be a big feather in his hat. Keep making the moves, Braxton. Ooh, sit up. Got into his arm, bucked off 7-2.
We were right there. This crowd here at Caesars Superdome, they were all behind him, too, cheering on their
They
own.
were bummed right there. That bull bucked. So I said before he went that he had a bull that really bucked. Wicked Solo is nobody to play with. And, he started this bull good, Janie.
Yeah. Into his hand, came around, had a lot of speed there, got a little bit forward.
Bull kind of went to
back.
backing up a little bit. When he went to backing up, he had his way with him then.
Yeah,
Bulls are smart, too. They figure out if you're going to ride them, they figure out a way you're not going to ride them.
That 82 is looking pretty good for Lane Vaughn. Top of the leaderboard. Here's we get ready for another Louisiana Cowboy, Dustin Bouquet.
He's enjoying being home, isn't he? He said, I'm going fishing, I'm hanging out, I'm doing things Louisiana style. So
Yeah, he only grew up about an hour away from Caesars Superdome as well. He's doing all the Louisiana things after the Hondo. And Dustin Bouquet, he's been around a long time. 4 times to the NFR from Borg, Louisiana. He's just about as cool as they come.
He is. He's got airborne. McCoy, Blanton, RL, Cody Cattle, and Coker. This bull of Bucks, he's got a lot of people in behind him. The thing about Dustin, I think is kind of cool, is when you see him walk up to him, he doesn't really look like a bull rider. You know what I mean? He's like a guy you just, talk to down the street. He's just friendly and loose and cool. But when he pulls that rope down, sticks his hand in there, it's all business.
He's got the accent, though. There's no
he's
doubt
Louisiana
this guy
for
is
sure.
from Louisiana.
Yeah, he's straight down south Louisiana.
But you're right. When he gets on that bull, he does become a different person. Really has to tune in. Stays calm. You see how calm he is in the buck and shoot right now.
Yeah, we're halfway through the field. We got one score on the board, 82. We got some close ones, 7-4, 7-2, 7-8, but nothing but one score.
We got to keep the trend going of the Louisiana guys.
Yeah, here we go,
Dustin
Dustin.
might be our guy.
Ooh, that bull's jumping away from her man. Can he get back down? He did once. He can't do it again.
He kept readjusting, didn't make the whistle. No score for Dustin Bouquet.
You watch, you can see he makes the first big move. You think he's back around there, right there. I thought he was going to be in good shape. He got pulled back over. But as Donnie said, when your hips are out of line, you're out of line. It's hard to ride one.
Disappointment for Dustin Bouquet.
That bull got stronger. The more he bucked, the stronger he got.
We still have a few more Louisiana Cowboys
We got one
left
for
to
sure.
go.
We got a youngster.
I'm excited about this one, Joe. This is Ty Laverne. He is 16 years old,
Yes.
a junior in high school. He's a high school champion. Got the call last
Amateur
night.
rodeo last night and got the call, hey, you want to come to Hondo and ride with guys like Dustin Bouquet and Boudreaux Campbell? What do you think he said? On my way.
Hit the road running from DeQuincy, Louisiana. Like I said, only 16 years old, but we got to meet him earlier.
Yeah, nice kid, a lot of try. I've heard some about him from my boys over here. He goes to the amateurs. He's trying to make a name for himself. Got a bull called Big Red, McCoy and Gold Buck and Stock. left hand. Here we go.
Can you imagine getting the call like that at 16 to come to the Caesar Superdome? Never competed in a professional rodeo or a professional event ever. He's too young to get to enter those. He goes to amateur rodeos, high school rodeos.
Yeah, he's got to go to high school rodeo. I don't know how he's going to make it. Says Sundays. They're got a high school rodeo this week.
Yeah, so what'd you do this weekend whenever you go back to school?
Yeah, they've got a high school rodeo in Sulphur, so I don't know if he's going to do both tomorrow or what.
I think we're all cheering for him, that's for sure.
Trying to get Big Red's head up a little bit. So head's down in there.
It's also something to think about the people that are around him helping him right now. We're talking about the McCoys right there. There's Sarah Bess McCoy helping him out. Legends in the sport of bull riding helping this young kid.
People he's seen on TV.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, he's with them, that's right. If there's any time in his short career that 8-second whistle would be a glad sound, it's tonight.
And not to mention the level of bull power.
Oh,
you know, but I think he has gotten on bulls
he's
at
won
this
some.
level
Yes,
at only
he has.
16.
Yeah. Didn't he win Bucktown the other night?
Exactly,
JB's?
$5,000
Yeah,
at
JB's.
JB
And that ain't a little jackpot. That's a real bull ride.
Yeah, you know, JB doesn't have high school
That's
rodeo
right,
type
that's right.
bulls. So that just shows he's ready for this point in his career. But still, the nerves have got to be there.
Yeah, to me right now, pretty soon you got to nod or re-pull. Because he's been in there a minute. He's still got his head down. He's not wanting to nod. Yeah, he's going to pull up there and nod. Here we go. In the gate. Get back over there. Can he still? Oh, he's got to get back on the inside. Oh, man.
Oh, and the crowd was really cheering.
Yeah, they're all
on.
down right now. You can hear them. You know the good thing about it, Janie? He gets 2 more chances. He's got 2 more chances to come back.
He's still here. He's still getting that experience. That bull away from his hand. He kind of readjusted. Just didn't quite complete the job. But still such an exciting experience for that young kid. And he still has the whole weekend left to go at the Hondo.
Well, that 82's looking really good now, isn't it? 4 guys left.
4 guys left. We're going to go to Tristan Mize from Bryan, Texas.
Tristan Mize, one of my roping buddies, too. This guy ropes good, too.
Yeah,
he does. He really does. Tristan Mize got Black Bear, McCoy. This is the family, too, Cord and Sarah McCoy bull. You're looking at one score, Janie. You know, this is when you want a man, if you can just stay ahead of them and ride them by head, jump for jump, and hear the whistle, you know it's worth a lot of money. Wow. Look at that high. Oh, he got him. Rocked into his hand and bucked him off. 3rd jump.
Just barely missed making his first NFR last year. Still at a young point in his career. No score.
Yep, no score at all. We knew that. Oh, I see the flag. But is that a
rerun?
That's what That's what I thought.
The crowd's cheering on.
I think that's a reride flag. I don't think that's a buck off.
That's a red flag, not a yellow
betcha.
flag. All right, well, we've got 3 bull riders left. Tristan Mize, he's going to go in the back and kind of regroup.
Get to do that again.
Do it again.
He checks out which bull he would have to give. So as it stands right now, Lane Barnes in the driver's seat for a $25,000 payout. But we are far from finish as this Herman, Utah cowboy named Cooper James.
All right, Cooper James on Outlaw. McCoy and Big Sky Bulls.
I love this guy, Cooper James. He was so incredible in his rookie season, his first trip to the National Finals Rodeo, won the Rookie of the Year title, had to sit out last season, but he is back in a big way. He's an incredible bull rider.
Took his time, got healed up, and came back like he quit, left us. He's going to make the 8-second whistle. Bull's turning around, waiting for his hand.
He's still
doesn't
riding
matter.
that bull.
Yes, good ride, great ride.
He went ahead and rode that bull for 9 just in case.
Yeah, just to make sure. He says, you bet, it feels good to be back. Feels good to be back.
He throws the heart right there. That's kind of his signature move. He's number 5 in the world standings in his comeback season after injury, and look at that ride. There was never a point here, Joe, that he ever looked out of control.
No, yeah, he was squaring his rope, shoulders square, riding the bull jump for jump, staying ahead of him. He could have rode him for 10 seconds if he'd had to. How about 87.1 to go to the lead, a commanding lead.
87.1 on the Bull Outlaw from McCoy Rodeo and Big Sky Bulls, and Cooper James going to number 1. I think he loves that ride.
Yeah,
That's why he's throwing the heart.
Yeah, he should. He loves being back.
Well, we are not done yet.
Big smiles from Cooper James and a new leader, 87.1. We have 2 bull riders to go plus a re-ride. There's Luke Mackey, also fresh off of his rookie season. I like the name of this bull, Snuggles, from McCoy Rodeo.
Yeah, if you get bucked off, you don't want to tell everybody you had Snuggles.
Yeah, McCoy Rodeo and Jacobson.
Well, this bull turns back right in the chute. This little bull's got a lot of kick, a lot of jump, a lot of drop.
Woo, and a
riding
great
both
ride.
directions. Yeah, Luke Mackey made that look easy and stepped off like, bring me another one.
Yeah, he
I'll
did.
take that again. That should go to second place, I would think.
Luke Mackey looking very excited about that one. But like you said, Joe, he did make it look easy. He was in control the whole time. This bull had some kind of tricky moves, though, into his hands.
And changed directions right there at the end, so I think he goes to second place. Oh, he got with the points. 87.9. There we go with that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yep. Well, there you go, Luke Mackey. And you know what? I thought that bull did have some tricks to him. Luke Mackey made just such a perfect ride that it almost looked easy.
Did.
But that was no easy bull right there.
There's the guys right there protecting him.
Yeah, our cowboy protection, our bullfighters, so grateful for them. Some of the best in the business, Dakota Knight and Weston Rudkowski, the beard, the man, and then our brown red nib cop out there having a great time. It's like business on the sides and party in the middle.
That's right. That's right. There's sure business on the side.
Oh, so grateful for our bullfighters taking care of all of our bull riders. That is not an easy job. They're brought to us by Tecovas and Weston Rudkowski. What a legend.
I mean, and you know, everybody that knows anything about bullfighting or bullfighting ability, you know who Weston Rudkowski is. That guy's for real.
Even if you don't know anything about bullfighting, you know that guy is the real deal.
Just see him on the street, you know he fights something.
Yeah, exactly. Such a true athlete. That's for sure, all the way through. We are so lucky to have him here at the Hondo
Yeah, world
Rodeo
champion
Fest.
bullfighter right there, man. That guy's for real.
Multiple times. I think we're going to be going to our re-ride right here.
Tristan Myers on the re-ride, huh?
That looks like a professional athlete right there. The Saints tight end on the back of the buck and shoots.
That looks like Boudreaux.
That does look like Boudreaux Campbell. Okay, I think we're going to save the re-ride for the very end.
Nope, here we go, Tristan Myers.
Back to Tristan Myers.
On the re-ride bull right here.
Well, he made that turnaround really quick.
Yeah, he's got to re-pull right there. That bull jumped in the chute, kind of took it away from him. He's going to get a re-pull here and get ready. You know, and there's nothing easy about a re-ride coming back that fast.
No.
That's fast, JD, for a re-ride.
But these young kids, they're used to that.
Oh,
They're going
yeah.
up and down the road. They get on multiple practice bulls in a row. They train, they practice for this. I think Tristan Myers is going to be getting on the bull joker from McCoy and Golden Buckle Bucking Stock, if I'm not mistaken. He's staying very calm. This is a second opportunity.
He's gonna get he's gonna get a good go at him here. All right, Tristan. Got beat out,
Nope.
beat right around the corner. Tristan got beat. You can see right at man. Look at that bullfighters. He stepped in there and about took him a shot to save him right there. That's why bullfighters are crazy, if you ask me. I mean, he volunteers himself to save him. Watch this. Bull whips him down immediately. West is on the outside. Watch it. Step right there. That's stepping in there and taking the bull by the horns. What a job.
Big save by
Oh,
Dakota
look at there.
Knight.
Look at him. Look at him. They got him tied in there waiting. They know he's going to explode when he pop that gate.
Yeah, and you know that Boudreaux wants this
Look
bull.
at that.
This is the bull Tulsa time from McCoy Rodeo and Kelly and Cammie Heath. The 100th out for this absolutely incredible bucking bull, and definitely the one that you want to draw here at the Hondo. They're ready to celebrate
13
this one.
times they've been over 90 points on that bull. The records say that is crazy.
Yeah, that would be an easy win if you can
If you
ride
ride
this
him.
bull.
That's right.
If Boudreaux can get it done.
I talked to Boudreaux earlier and Pink earlier tonight, and he said if I don't make a mistake, I win the round. But if you make a mistake on him, he will buck you off. So, and he was excited. I mean, he was happy to have him. That just goes to show you that bull riders want a challenge because he knows this bull has bucked off numerous people, and he bucked him off once.
Yeah, bull riders dream of this opportunity. Like you mentioned, it's a rematch, but Boudreaux Campbell has had such an incredible career. He's made a name for himself in both the PRCA and the PBR. 5 times the National Finals Rodeo, a PBR Rookie of the Year, PBR World Finalist, PBR Event winner in the finals. And now he's kind of back in professional rodeo
Yeah, he's back
well,
rodeoing, yeah.
chasing another NFR trip. So if there's any contestant out tonight that you want to have this full Tulsa time to maybe go 90, it's Boudreaux Campbell.
Boudreaux Campbell's been a winner since he was a little kid running barrels. He's won at everything he's done. He heels good. He rides bulls. I mean, he's that guy that if you want somebody on Tulsa time for 100th trip, it's Boudreaux Campbell.
I'm sure Boudreaux really appreciates you bringing up his barrel racing career.
I've seen him through Region 9 his whole life. I mean, I saw him ride bulls when nobody else would even get on him.
But
he'd run them in and ride 5.
He's a cowboy. He's
a
winner.
He is a cowboy.
Absolutely. And not to mention the bull in its 100th out. This has the opportunity to be one of those iconic sports moments that we really dream about.
If you ever want a 90-point ride, it's right now. And you want it for Boudreaux and for Tulsa time.
Not to mention having an NFL superstar.
Helping
from
you.
the Saints, helping.
Yeah, he's got a ultimate. He could just pick him and the bull both up if he needed
yeah,
to.
easily.
All right, here we go. Boudreaux and Tulsa time. Don't make a mistake, Boudreaux. Stay ahead of him. Oh, he got made a mistake out his hand. Oh, man. To be 90 points again. The old bull did his job, didn't he?
Oh, you see him shake the hand right there of Cord McCoy. He knows that bull is absolutely incredible.
Watch this. He's got him rode. Looks like easy right there. Takes his hand away. Boy, you got to give a hats off to Tulsa time, don't you?
Absolutely.
100 trips and he never weakens.
What an incredible athlete. But, hey, this is how it all played out in the bull riding. The young Luke Mackey, 87.9, wins $12,000. Cooper James, also incredible at number 2. It feels like the NFR from 2024 all over again. 87.1 for Cooper James. But Luke Mackey, he was the absolute best. He is headed to the winner's circle with Kennedy Riggs.
Luke, with only 2 guys having qualified scores before you, you had all the pressure in the world on your shoulders. You rose to the occasion with a tough pen of bulls. How in the world do you keep your mind so sharp when that kind of pressure is weighing on you?
Oh, I got on a lot of practice bulls before I came here, and Snuggles was just a good bull to ride today, so that's all I had to focus about. Just wasn't thinking about the other rides and all that.
There you have it, the dynamic duo of the night, Snuggles and Luke Mackey, to be the best in the bull riding.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, as the curtain...
What an incredible first night here at the Hondo Rodeo Fest from New Orleans, Louisiana. We've already paid out a lot of money in round number 1, but there is a lot more money left to go. We have 2 nights left here in the incredible Caesars Superdome. I'm Janie Johnson alongside Joe Beaver. Have a great night, everyone.